So I went and knocked his door. I think I was about 10, and I knocked his door, and I says to him, "Hello, sir. You don't know me, but I play guitar a little bit. Will you teach me how to do guitar like that?" And he sort of just went, "Yeah, come back Tuesday." So I did. Hey guys, my name is Jake from Acid Age.
Hi, I'm Jude from Megadeth.
Hi, I'm Jake and Jude from Acid Age. I play drums and guitar and bass.
I do absolutely nothing to help out.
Where I am going to be talking a lot about me, my bass technique, my drumming skills, and my guitar playing. And you're watching the Chronicles of Knobcast
with John and Tammy.
Hello world, Wednesday 13 here.
Hey, this is Tom Stain.
Hello everybody, I'm Ronnie Ledrew.
Yes, my friends, my name's John Mahon.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, this week we are joined by three gentlemen who may look rather familiar to you all, because they are joining us to tell their story, to state their business, and give us enough Northern Irish charm to turn me into a slave girl. Here to talk all about their upcoming album, Perilous Compulsion, releasing in March, and so much more. We are joined by Jude, Jake and Aran. Put your hands together for the masters of war jazz, as we bring you the Chronicles of Acid Age.
Well, I mean, can we clap that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So once again, we're on the Chronicles of Puncast.
Yeah, for those that don't know, we have attempted to do this interview once already, and we failed massively to the fact that a massive, giant fucking storm hit Northern Ireland, and Jake saved the day with it, single-handedly stopped that storm himself.
You're welcome.
Absolutely phenomenal. But boys, how have your personal Tuesdays been?
Normal?
All right.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
I had the laziest Tuesday that I've had in a long time. It was fantastic.
What have you done fuck all day?
Yes,
Oh,
exactly. Fuck all.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous right now.
It was remarkable. It's the first time in weeks that I've done that too. Like actually nothing, not a thing. You know, this is actually the most busy I've been all day. This moment right now.
Oh, sorry to have ruined your day, my friend.
You would consider.
How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, it was all right. Pretty short day at work, just a wee morning one. And got home, I was like, oh, God, fucking knackered. Got into bed, and here we are.
We're all joining afterwards.
Interview. Drank some tea and waited.
All I'm thinking now is next time we get together at like a music festival, we just need to find a giant bed and just do it in a giant bed. All five of us. Let's just get in.
Yeah, let's do it. That's how me and Jake met.
We didn't do
it. Yeah, we didn't do it. We actually, I'm not joking, we actually met in bed.
Wait, what? Okay, it's a story time. Go.
Would you like some context?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Excellent. Further context. So me and Jake used to be in two different bands, and we were both playing this festival, and there was it 5 or 6 beds?
I think it was maybe 4, to be honest.
All right, so there was 4 double beds shared between 20 bands.
Oh my God!
And and me and Jake were in the same bed because I was just after playing, didn't care who the fuck was in the bed. I was for lying down. And I got into this bed and he went, "Hey man, I'm Jake." And I went, "I'm Jude." And we had a fist bump and we became best friends. We met in bed.
That's insane. That's...
Yeah, somehow with that story, I'm the only one in bed. It's could have been so much better.
He's waiting for someone special to climb into his.
Yeah, nobody ever gets in bed with me.
This Lars Ulrich turns up and presents with dick sticks.
Oh no.
He's the first drummer that came into my head. He's the only person that came into my head. That's the first. So I'm not very well known with drummers, so apologies.
Lars is all you need to know, really.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, Joey Johnson came up, but he didn't want a fucking zombie getting embedded, do you? So.
Yeah.
There's Lars and there's Peter Chris, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need from me. You've mentioned a Kiss drummer. That's all you need from me. I'm happy. So we'll see.
Oh,
We're good.
Kiss gets us through the darkest moments of anything, really.
Yes,
Kiss is
anything
the greatest shit show ever. Like
going
when we're
wrong
in
with
the
the
van traveling to gigs, Kiss is our motivational anthems. You know, all of us
Yeah.
singing along.
just and
And we loved you boys for a reason.
special mention for Paul Stanley, Live to Win. That's been
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's been an
oh,
ongoing.
I fucking love that album.
Yeah.
We won't talk about Gene Simmons' asshole album, but the Paul's is great.
There was actually I remember one time I was really into these Kiss mistake videos on YouTube. Just like live compilations. And there was a gig we were doing, and we were at Jude's house at the time. And I was like, right, let's watch some of these videos, have a good laugh at them and all this. So hype us up for the gig. And then played quite a rough gig. Like, that completely fucking backfired. You just made us shit.
That's the wrong inspiration.
Oh. So
I think we went at it with the wrong angle. We were like, well, if Kiss can fuck up, so can we.
Hey, they think they can fuck up.
So how we like to start these things is we like to take it right back to childhood. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Before the lights of rock and roll took your soul, what did you want to be when you were growing up? We start with you, Aran. What was the dreams of young Master Howe?
Oh God, I don't know. Like any kid, probably like a million different things, like different thing a day, But I don't know. I remember I had a thing about like when I was young, like a kid, like 3 or 4, like wanted to do like acting and shit like that, But things like that. But never really had much of a definitive plan.
Yeah. What about you, Jake? What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Earliest I can remember was wanting to be a fireman when I was about 3 or 4 years old. But have the physical fitness now, probably a 60-year-old, so I don't think that's going to happen. So I'll just I'll stick to bass guitar.
stick to saving the world from storms.
Yeah. It involves a lot less fire as well.
Yeah.
Which always helps.
You went to water.
I've always, I don't think it's because of fingers, but like, how are you not got the most muscle? Don't use a pick, do you? No.
None of us do.
I don't know how.
Wait, I think we had this conversation at the first Bloodstock we were at.
Yeah.
You don't use an iron, Jude?
No, I don't use a pick.
No, okay, this has blown my mind. I don't know why, but wait, so what do you do?
I bluff. I just
It's like a tiny little robot in your hand, and it's actually just like it's just playing it for you.
Yeah, that's it. Truthfully, I actually just like to feel every note. It just rattles your bones different. I like it.
That's quite beautiful in a way. Yeah, that was quite nice. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. When you were a child, what do you want to be when you're growing up?
First, an astronaut, and then I wanted to be a race car driver, and then I wanted to be a professional wrestler.
Oh,
and then I wanted to be like for a wee while I wanted to be like MI5 type job, like a secret agent type thing. And then I wanted to be an artist, and then from art I wanted to be a cartoonist, and then I wanted to. I briefly dabbled in religion as a 4-year-old, and I thought about becoming a priest. But there was no more room for any kids in the Catholic Church, so I ended up having to move on, and I became a toothbrush salesman, and then I discovered Elvis, and here we are.
that's A toothbrush? Well, then you went door to door?
Yeah.
For toothbrushes? Really?
Yeah.
What, were they some special kind of brush?
No, they were just normal, but I was trying to sell them around all the doors. But see, whenever a kid comes and knocks on your front door and offers you a toothbrush, you'd be surprised how many people just tell you to fuck off and slam the door in your face.
I imagine it was quite often. Going on probably about every time. Yeah.
Coming soon on our merch table, Jude's old acid age rotten toothbrushes.
That'd be incredible.
Chronicles
That'll
of
make
Oral
sense
Hygiene.
soon.
That's the subtitle of this interview: The Chronicles of Oral Hygiene. So let's bring it back round to music. Obviously, to do what you guys do, you have to have a love and passion of music. Everyone likes music, but to do what you do, you gotta have a love of music. Where did that love come from? Were you brought up around music a lot, or was it from peers, friends, family? Where did that love come from? We'll go with you, Jude. Why not?
Me?
Yeah, go
on. Well, like I say, my first time getting really excited about music was Elvis. I saw the 60th comeback on TV, and I thought it was just amazing. I always loved that gig because it's quite an intimate one. You know, I think Elvis was just out of the army and he was nervous. He couldn't still sing anymore or whatever. So it's just like a wee square stage with a load of people standing around it and like 4 or 5 guys just standing playing, you know. But I just thought it was awesome, you know. It just as well the kind of 50s rock and roll thing. I loved it whenever I was little, you know. So that was mine really. It was just Elvis, and then Elvis turns into AC/DC, and AC/DC becomes Van Halen, and Van Halen becomes Slayer, and it goes on and on and on, you know. So.
It's quite impressive to go from Elvis to what you guys do. It's quite a sweet.
No, it's the same. We're just doing it wrong.
That's what it is.
They covered Elvis before I was in the band, didn't you?
No.
Hound Dog. Oh yeah, that never happened.
What the fuck? Aaron, are you okay?
No, I'm just having hallucinations.
Oh, okay. Getting too comfortable.
Elvis age, yeah.
What about you, Aaron? Where did that love for music come from you? Because your dad's a drummer, is that right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And into a lot of metal and rock and a lot of stuff I would be into. So I was hearing quite a lot of that stuff at an early age. Like one of my earliest memories of music was like Faith No More and Mr. Bungle. I just have like a really remember hearing that early on, and when I was a kid. So yeah, I kind of had that growing up, and but the first band that really got it for me was AC/DC. I'd heard Motorhead and stuff, and I liked it, and it was cool. But I just remember my dad picking me up from primary school. I had Highway to Hell on in the car, and it was just like something else, you know, something really lit up when I heard that for whatever reason. So then that kind of got my own, like I was genuinely interested in it myself rather than just hearing it around the house, if that makes sense, and kind of liking it. And yeah, and then eventually as time went on, dabbled a wee bit with guitar, and I was shit at that. I was more interested in Guitar Hero. Then I thought, right, okay, I got an acoustic guitar. It's like, right, if I get an electric guitar, I'll get into it. Didn't happen. Then I played bass at one of those like school open day things. I was like, right, if I get a bass, I'll be into that. Not really. And then eventually drums, it was like really obvious. I'd always kind of had it a bit, but like it was like, yeah, this is the thing, like, you know.
Suppose with your dad having a drum kit in the house and all as well.
Well, the funny, not all the time actually. He did at one point have an electric kit in the garage, but that was like quite a few years before I actually got into it. I didn't actually have any understanding of the role of drums as a kid. it was actually, I'm not even kidding, it was fucking when Guitar Hero brought the drums out, and I played the songs, and I realized, oh, all right, it's like beats. I just thought it was, and this is like this is into like quite a while. Like I just thought it was random hitting basically, and I was actually thinking about this recently. When I was in P6 in primary school, the teacher I had, he was like this amazing musician. He could play like everything. He was like amazing on keys and all, and he got really into drums, and he got a drum kit for some reason, just randomly. He was like, right, I'm going to get a wee electric drum kit outside the classroom, and it was kind of like a thing in the class. Like everyone would get like 10 minutes on it or whatever, every so often. And I just remember I went on it, and literally within about 20 seconds got pulled off it for some reason. Just was I was just smacking the fuck out of it. I had no idea. And we actually did this. We did this weird lunchbox drumming thing as well. That was technically my first gig.
What? Using
Yeah,
lunchboxes?
Yeah, like he goes, right, I'm going to split up the classes. You're doing all your English and maths and all. He was like, right, let's take some time to drum on lunchboxes and we'll do a gig.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, and we actually...
Do you know what would have been amazing?
Yeah.
No, it would have been amazing if you had to use toothbrushes as drumsticks.
That fucking kick is coming on.
Yeah. No, he got us all. He got us all fucking big furfs, like proper drumsticks, And now when I look back on it, he was probably showing us all the rudiments and stuff, but I had no fucking idea of it at the time.
Right.
But I still did that gig. I still played that, and so yeah, it's just a random memory that came back to me there. It's like, yeah, that was weird. But it just makes me laugh that like everyone else got like a few minutes on the drums and I went on. I was like, get the fuck off those drums in like 10 seconds.
There's no way that
so
kid will become a drummer one day.
I didn't have any natural thing for it. Like it took a while for it to make sense.
I imagine if you did use Jude's toothbrushes, could you have used the bristle side as the brush? There's a brush bit, or would that not worked?
You could use both, I suppose. Yeah, you could use the handle for the stick and then the brush for brushes.
Yeah. Next Acid Age gig. Why has Aran got toothbrushes in his hand?
Oh no, they're just being silly. See, that's it. Because those two don't use X, Aran thinks he has to do something like that.
He's using his cock and a finger.
trying to do like last beats with toothbrushes.
You know what you can do? You can get electric toothbrushes and just like hold them down.
Oh yeah. These are all ideas. See, you guys, wait till you see the next release. This will be on it. You've got the first scoop.
This music video ideas, just throwing them at you.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? Where did that love come from for you?
Earliest I can remember enjoying music, it actually came out of religiously watching a VHS tape of the guy that did some of the claymation,
Wallace and Gromit guy.
Aardman. He did I think he did Wallace and Gromit. He did some Creature Comforts and stuff. So it was like a compilation VHS tape, and it just went through like random stuff he did. And at the very end, it was a music video for Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel.
Oh.
And that sort of subconsciously got drilled into my brain.
The bass in that's still lethal.
Yeah.
Like such a bass line.
I still can't play it. But that was like the earliest enjoyment I got out of music, and then from there, my grandparents listened to a fuck ton of ABBA, like big ABBA heads. So that's in there. And then when I was kind of 8 to 10, getting more into like punk and stuff, went on to like discovering Maiden when I was about 9 years old. So that was quite a big leap. Believe it or not, I first discovered Kiss in a Simpsons comic. It was like you remember they did like the Treehouse of Horror thing on Halloween? there was a comic where there was like a story about how Bart Simpson is Gene Simmons' son.
I've read that. I think I've got that actually. Still.
Yeah. So in one comic, I discovered Kiss, Alice Cooper,
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie, and Meatloaf.
Yeah,
So that was a life
I
changing.
know the one you're on about.
Yeah, it was a
I
life-
had it too.
not really clearly. Like, yeah, I think I've still got it somewhere.
Yeah, so I read that like forever, and that was quite an inspiring purchase for me. And I remember the first day in second year of high school, my dad was driving me to school, and he had this like CDR, like a rewritable CD, and he just stuck it in the stereo, and it was Ride the Lightning. And like, you know, the way Fight Fire with Fire starts out, like a nice classical guitar, and I just thought nothing of it. You know, it's like, oh, he's got classic FM on. Oh, yeah. And then the riff came in, and there was like a out of body experience for me. And that was started a hunger for like aggressive, distorted guitar playing, and didn't really think to actually start playing music until I was about 16. My dad got me my first bass, so I was really into Maiden and Kiss, so quite bass heavy bands, I suppose. And just kind of went from there, I guess. Here I am.
That's awesome. Like, obviously, Jake and Aaron, you sort of said what led you to that instrument. What led you to the guitar, Jude?
My aunt left a nylon string guitar in the house for me whenever I was little, and she didn't say anything. She just dropped it in, left it in the corner, and then like hung out with mum, and then she went home. And then I'd been looking at it, and I was already listening to like I said, I liked all the 50s rock and roll, so I was listening to Elvis and Buddy Holly and Little Richard and Chuck Berry and that kind of stuff. And then basically that sort of made me wanting to start singing and playing guitar. And I kind of just wanted to be able to play chords and sing Elvis songs, you know. And then one day I was running around my mum's housing estate. I was being a wee hood. And there was a guy a couple of doors up, and he had his windows open, and he was absolutely ripping on the guitar, like just shredding. And I had never actually heard someone play lead guitar like that before, where there was a specific technique, and there was tone and touch and feel and loads of distortion. I hadn't heard hard rock or anything yet, you know. So I went and knocked his door. I think I was about 10, and I knocked his door, and I says to him, "Hello, sir. You don't know me, but I play guitar a little bit. Will you teach me how to do guitar like that?" And he sort of just went, "Yeah, come back Tuesday." So I did, and I took lessons with him. He's still one of my best friends, and it was amazing. So that was pretty much my fundamental relationship with the guitar, where it all started with me actually getting to see it up close. Because like, if you saw, I find this with teaching kids as well, and I think it's important. I've played in front of kids where maybe the mum's brought them and says, "Hey, can you give him a guitar lesson?" I say, "Yeah, sure." And he comes and sits in, and I always do like 2 or 3 minutes of just showing off, not playing songs, just flexing on the guitar, right? And there's a lot of kids that have never seen that up close because they don't go to gigs. They're kids, you know? And when they see it up close, it's always the same reaction. Jaws hit the floor, and you see the eyes widen, the excitement in their face, you know? And I love that. That's, you know, as they talk about in professional wrestling, a rim pop, you know? So I love that about it. And that was pretty much how I came to the guitar. And then it was guitar mad. Still am guitar mad, you know? I can't walk past a shop without seeing a guitar in the window and getting like utterly excited. Like, it's amazing, you know? So it's my main love, you know. It's absolutely everything that makes up my character now, you know. I sleep thinking about guitars. It's not right. You know, become a guitar. I have, yeah.
Your bed's a guitar. Your toothbrush is a guitar. Yeah. I love how your introduction to guitar, though, was completely ignoring Stranger Danger and just knocking on some dude's house.
We've talked about that because this was a guy like in his early 40s, you know, and here was a 10-year-old knocking on the door like, fuck the rules. I'm here to learn to shred. You know? And see, in hindsight, there was total innocence in it, but I'm really, really grateful he didn't molest me.
Yeah. We're doing the best of pants. Right, though. What do you want? Oh, that's quote of the interview so far, I think.
Give me a tough brush, I'll teach you how to play.
So obviously we know how you two met, Jake and Jude. Like, so Aran, how did you get involved with the band, and how did you all meet as a collective?
Well, I knew them probably like a couple of years into the band going. I got into them. I actually knew the previous drummer first. I was kind of Facebook friends with him, and then I saw he joined Acid Age. I was like, oh, cool. So that's kind of how I found the band. So I went to a few gigs and then kind of met the guys and became sort of friendly with them and everything. And I hadn't played in the band at all at this point. And Luke, the previous drummer, eventually left. And I just started putting up just a couple of silly like wee drumming videos on Facebook and things, just me playing by myself, just to put it out there that I'm playing, you know.
Yeah.
So it just came to the point, like because they knew me about it, was like, here, do you want to give this a go? So that was that. Just went into the rehearsal space, played a few songs, and
the rest is history.
Yeah.
We had a couple of different drummers lined up to audition, and Aran was the first one to show up. And he came and played the songs, and then afterwards, me and Jake went for a piss together. Separate urinals. and we sort of just said, aye, that was class. Do you want to just say to him? And he was like, yeah. So we went up and just says, yeah, fuck all those other guys. You know? So it was just one of those meant to be type situations. And funny enough, the only time I'd heard Aran drumming before was a video of him playing an electric drum kit in tech. Like, that was it. He was like college drumming, you know? And that was the only time I'd actually heard him drum.
I don't think that was in tech. I think that was in a practice room. I think I was auditioning tech. I think that was the thing. But it was like a wee practice room me and my dad went into. Just hired it out. I had a couple of videos. I had like actually there was that might have been my own electric drum kit maybe. I think I put one up, and then I did like a couple of. I was playing like a Rainbow song and like a Rush song and like a couple of things I put up on Facebook. But
we kind of knew he was Aran because of those videos, because of the stuff he was doing. It was like all these mad rolls on the kit, and it was like, yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
It was also this is also a bit superficial sounding, but it was also to do with the fact that he had class t-shirts, you know. So there was a certain amount of like, I like all the bands that he wears, so I kind of know that he's into the same stuff. It's a lot easier then, rather than, you know, getting a drummer in, you might have to explain what it is you want to do or whatever, whereas he knew all the same stuff, so he was able to just sit down and play, and there was no talking, you know. Cut the fat, as they say.
Yeah, I love that. So punctuality, could fucking play brilliantly and just loved your t-shirts.
Yeah.
You're in.
I was probably wearing the same Judas Priest British Steel t-shirt in the videos that I still do. No, it was very, very casual actually, yeah. I think we did like 2 songs. Or like 3 songs. And I actually remember clearly them doing that, right? We're gonna go to the toilet. And I think I followed them into the toilet, not really understanding. And they're like,
to fuck off. They're like, we're trying to have a chat, go away.
And then went out to the sort of smoking area, and it was like, the exact words were, if you want it, you've got it. I was like, cool. And went in and played a few more songs. And the funny thing was, at the time, the band was actually a 4-piece.
Oh.
at this time there was a singer as well, and he wasn't there. So it was actually still just this exact band that did that, and then
Yeah.
I think your man, and he was just like, was he all right? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was Eddie, who plays in War Christ and Frayed Ends, and we actually just said to him, "Yeah, Aaron's the guy," and he just took our word for it, you know. But
Yeah,
eventually, it just became us three, didn't it? So like, it's
Yeah.
funny how our first practice was this lineup, and then
yeah,
it was
I
just
kind of,
that way. Yeah,
but yeah, it was good times. That was in the Oh Yeah Centre in Belfast.
which we've just recorded in as well. Come full circle.
That was quite nostalgic.
Mm.
So how did you come to take over vocals then, Jude? I assume you were just playing guitar when the other guy was there.
I actually wanted to be a vocalist, but I sort of at the time didn't feel that it was good enough, you know. And then basically Eddie that was singing for us, and he's awesome, and I love the guy, and he's a great vocalist, but he was in too many bands, you know. So it just kind of felt like we were working around other bands' schedules. And I'll be the first to admit this, like with Acid Age, I am a selfish bastard. Like it's there's no room to be anyone's side project, you know. So I had a chat with him, and it wasn't like we got rid of him or he left. We had a mutual agreement, you know, and we were both happier this way. So it was just handier for me to start singing, and I did, and I liked it, and I've got better at it. I'm still not totally happy with what I'm doing, but on our new album, like it's the best I've ever sang. So I can hear my progress, you know. So if I can keep going on that trajectory, I might reach a level where I'm just feeling very confident about it. But I still hate singing without a guitar. Like I kind of feel like I can hide behind the guitar when I sing, if that makes sense. But to just like with my hands down and sing is the most soul destroying thing. Is it Tim Robinson you call the motivational speaker?
I
can't remember.
Name sounds very
There's a
familiar.
motivational speaker. I think his name's like Tim Robinson or something. But he did this seminar, and there's like 1,000 people sitting down in the audience watching him, and he says, "Hands up who doesn't care what anyone thinks about them. You're just a free spirit. You don't care. You're just you. I'm me, and I don't care what anyone thinks." And a load of people raised their hands, and he picked one girl, and he says, "Stand up." She stood up, and he just went, "What are you going to sing for us?" And her face just sinks, you know. So it is quite an alien thing, you know, to just belt out song, you know, because it was like a musical and life was just people singing all the time. I'd love that. But it is a tricky thing. And, you know, with learning to sing, a big part of it is, it's a two-step process. First is accepting you'll never sound like any of your favorite singers because you've different vocal cords, different mouth shape, everything. And the second one is learning to like the sound of your own voice, which I'm sure you guys doing podcasts can relate, because when you first hear yourself on video, it's a bit like, oh, is that me?
Yeah. That was my biggest learning curve when we first started doing this. When I was editing it back, I was like, oh God, this is horrible hearing my own voice. Oh.
You're lucky though, because you're very well spoken. So your voices sound nice for podcasting. So we're from Northern Ireland, so we talk like that, you know.
We've actually got quite nice Northern Ireland accents, believe it or not. It gets.
Speak for yourself.
I just like the hand on the chin, sultry look. We've got nice Northern Irish accents.
Hi, Jude's toothbrush here, available now.
No, it's available now.
I didn't want to be that wanker that starts trying to do your accent because I can't. So I'm not going to say it's up. Do you know what I mean?
You have to now.
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Mocked relentlessly, to be honest. That's shit. Oh,
What's,
accent.
what's the norm?
Still, you know what? It's still really jarring for me if I watch something, it can be TV or Netflix or something. If I hear a Northern Irish accent, it's like, God, that's awful.
It's horrible. That's horrible. I remember they did one of those like sexiest voices ever fucking poll things, and it was like #1, like Northern Ireland, Liam Neeson. It's like it does not fucking sound like that most of the time.
It's not a Ballymena accent.
No, it's not. Liam Neeson spent too much time soaking up the rays in California to have a Ballymena accent.
No,
I mean,
it's rough.
I'm from Birmingham. I completely fully understand having your accent mocked all the time, mostly from him.
I love Birmingham.
So yeah, Birmingham accent rules.
It's heavy metal, like it's the most heavy metal fucking voice. Like
It is. It's the. I mean, heavy metal belongs to Birmingham. Like it is theirs. You know.
We own it. We claim it. So when we're like talking to bands, we like to find out all about the name. Where did the name Acid Age come from?
And what came first?
Oh,
Acid or age?
Yeah.
Age. Age before beauty. Honestly, it was kind of at the time I was listening to just loads of the thrash bands. Just all thrash metal mad. And they all had like chemical names, and there was like nuclear assault and toxic holocaust and all these kind of names. And I wanted some acid or nuclear or toxic in the name. But I loved the alliteration of the two A's, Acid Age, you know, two A's. And it kind of like, I think it's easy to remember, it's easy to spell. Those are bonuses, you know. I probably thought about different names and stuff, but I remember I was painting my bedroom, and as I put a coat of paint on the walls, I actually wrote the words Acid Age on the wall, like with a paintbrush.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I saw it written, and I was like, yeah, that's a cool band name. So that's probably if we named the band now, we would call it something different, you know, but that's where it came from anyway.
Did you have any ideas like before Acid Age? Did you have anything else, or was that's just the first one that came up?
I can't remember, but I'm sure there was lots. You know, I was looking at sort of band, but I'm sure they were all dreadful.
That's why I like asking.
Some of them were probably full of profanities and everything, so whatever. But we got the right one in the end. I think it suits us.
Acid fuck.
Shit age.
I did actually tell one of my managers and work the band name, and I'm still convinced she thought I said Acid AIDS.
Oh no.
That's that immortalized.
But you know what? See, all the time, if I tell, usually not a muso or a metalhead or anything, if I just am talking to someone, they're like, oh, you're in a band, what do you call the band? And I tell them, they nearly always instinctively just assume it's something to do with drugs, you know? And it never, ever was. It had nothing to do with drugs ever. But the amount of people that's like, oh, Acid Age, do you like the LSD?
No, but they clearly do. It's the first thing they thought of. I like that too.
Doesn't help when we now have songs like Third Eye Locksmith, you
know. When we're like using the word psychedelic to describe the band, you know, it's like you're called Acid Age.
Well, just lots of tie dye. We just love tie dye.
Yeah, that's it. Black tie dye. Black tie dye. I will wear black until they invent a darker tie dye.
So, why thrash? Where did the love of thrash come? Because I know you said you listened to a lot of thrash, but what made you want to make that your sound? Because I always wonder how metal bands come up with the sort of like genre they want to go down, you know?
Well, it just kind of clicked for all of us. I mean, Aran loves Slayer. Jake's first experience, as he said, was hearing Ride the Lightning, you know. I was the same. I was like the wee 16-year-old dickhead that just learned loads of Megadeth songs on the guitar, and it was just the most exciting stuff for me to play. And then, kind of as you get older, you start, listening to other stuff and branching out, and then you start adding other influences in, and that's really, originality is probably a myth, because what you're basically doing is just drawing from wherever it comes from and just putting what you've heard, translating it into what you're doing. So I would say the skeleton of the band is still thrash metal, but it would be unfair to describe us as a thrash band nearly, because there's so much other stuff going on, with all the jazz fusion stuff, and even Jake loves death metal, and there's a bit of like black metal ambience in the band, and Aran loves lots of like, kind of proggier bands, like he loves Tool and stuff, and Opeth and whatever. So there's so much going on. But I think for me, the thrash metal thing was just like Megadeth and Exodus and Testament kind of influences whenever I was a teenager. I just loved it. Plus, I'm sort of the age where the whole 2007 thrash revival thing was happening as I was a teenager. And a lot of the bands that were coming out around that time just were really exciting to me. It's just, it felt more in tune with Megadeth and Metallica and Razor and stuff. It just felt like I wasn't a big fan of some of the 16 syllable bands that were popular around the early to mid noughties. Now I brush my teeth before Christmas type bands, the kind of emo metalcore thing, So I just like the thrash metal stuff better. That was the foundations for what we do.
I love the fact you've got that unique sound. You've gone, we need a name, war jazz. Like, it's the greatest genre name I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you. Jake actually came up with that, and it was because around 2016, 2017, you got all these, the sloppier, the truer, like black and thrash bands, and they were all describing their sound as war metal, but we were like, but we're kind of jazzy, so. And then he came out with it, he went, war jazz.
I just think it's superb. It's so unique sounding, and you hear that, you're like, what the fuck is war jazz? I've got to listen to this.
It started to catch on. People have started to actually use it as well. The war jazz,
Yeah, it's been fun.
Because it is quite ambiguous, as you say, as well. Like, what the fuck?
It could be anything, really, couldn't it? It could literally be traditional jazz from 1942.
So we love to ask about songwriting process. Like, for you guys, is it music and then you write lyrics afterwards, or is you've got your lyrics and you find the music for it, or is it's something completely different? How do you guys go about that with songwriting?
It's mostly music first. Someone will write a riff, or Aran will write a beat, or sometimes Aran has an idea for a riff. He'll sort of sing it to us. It's normally music though, like it's a very riff driven kind of style that we have, I think. And as musicians, I think we're all quite into like the kind of technicalities of different styles and genres and expressing those sort of influences that we have. So I think normally it's music first, but there's always song concepts that we want to write about. Like we've got like maybe 10 or 15 titles in the background,
in the bag,
that we're kind of thinking about using. So there's always like, oh yeah, well, I want to write a song about this, and then we just sort of see if it matches to something that we've got written.
So basically there's no rules. Someone might come up with a riff or a drum beat or something. There's been times whenever I've like written a song title, and then that's kind of put me in the zone to write a riff in the style of how I would interpret the words, if that makes sense. There just is absolutely no rules with it. We've had good luck writing songs every way. There's been times when, I'll sit down and I'll say, to like Jake, oh, I've actually got this riff, and I'll show him it, and he'll go, that's so weird. I've got something in the same key that's just going to gel to that. And then there's two sections that happen, you know. And then once we get with Aran, he'll just start drumming on it, and it's really, really nice and very, very, very free. Where there's like no one kind of says, "Oh, I want the song to go like this and I want it to go like that." It just kind of happens, you know. And of course, we'll, like any band, you know, we'll chop things and change things and improve on it and build on it. But the skeleton always starts with one of us having some sort of idea, and we all have them. So there's not like a lead songwriter in the band, if that makes sense. All songs are written by Acid Age, you know, and I love that. I really do.
This album in particular was very free flowing in the music. A lot of it was sort of done in the practice room. You know, Semper was a little bit more kind of like demo, like Jude and Jake would kind of record some of it themselves, then send it to me, and then I would do it, and then we'd get together and all. Whereas this one it was almost like they'd come in with the riffs a lot of the time. Then we would jam it. Then we would record it together, just rough. Then kind of take it back and keep working like that. So it was very cool. It was very just free flowing with the three of us.
I love that.
There's a section, one of our new songs, Aran, where in every cliche towards the end, where you were like, oh, I would love a beat like this. Can you write something to this? And we actually took a riff out and put something else on top of it because the beat you'd made was just far cooler, you know?
Yeah, it's very kind of fluid. It can change very easily, which is cool. You know, we're all quite and I think we're quite good at sort of letting each other experiment with what we think. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's open-minded. Like we don't
Yeah,
let each other's creative potential within the band. Like just see what can come out of it. And like, there's no one. There's no Dave Mustaine in this band. Like there's no one.
Yeah.
There's no like.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not dictated by anything.
There's no dictator. It's a democracy, especially in the songwriting. But you know, like the guys are saying, you know, it's very free flowing, and we can all have ideas. It's organic as having a good shit after a curry.
It hurts as much too sometimes.
It does, yeah. There's as much sweating involved too.
Yeah, like this next album, for how kind of out there some of it is and how weird some of it might sound, actually came quite naturally a lot of the time. Not all, some of it was harder, obviously, as it always will be, but yeah, it was cool. Just good chemistry. Like,
We're very blessed because we're like three best friends, so the songs write themselves, you know, once we're together. We're very lucky that way.
And I think from the success you've had so far, I think shows that as well. So
that's cool of you to say.
but we've talked about it a little bit, so we'll bring it up properly, shall we? Your brand new album, Perilous Compulsion, is out on March 28th. Mm-hmm. How excited are you for it to put it out into the world?
Very, yeah.
Terrified.
Terrified.
Well, yeah, that as well.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Not anywhere near as terrified as I was putting Semper out, the last album. You know, because that was my first album, so I would have been more nervous about it, I suppose.
I'm sitting, knowing full well that no matter what happened, what budget there was, what money, what studio, there is absolutely no way that I myself could have done better, you know. And I say that for all the lads too, but I'm specifically speaking on my behalf because I don't want to put words in anyone's mouths. But I absolutely know that we could not have done better. It doesn't matter what the funds were or what the studio or the engineer, you know. So I'm very, very, very proud of it. And I keep saying to everyone, like, this is a case of, if you do not like this album, you do not like Acid Age, you know, because it's the most us sounding release with everything, with the art and the vision and the production. And like I was saying earlier, I'm very, very I'm happy with how my vocals came across on it, because that was the thing I worked the hardest on this album, because I wanted a massive step up, and I'm really, really chuffed. So I'm excited because I know when it's out, someone loves or hates it, it doesn't make a difference to me, because I did my best, and I know the lads did as well. So
Yeah,
very
we can
proud.
stand behind it no matter what.
Yeah.
What was it you said, Jake?
Sorry.
This you were talking, but I think there was a lot of voices at the same time. Are you personally excited for the release?
I am, yeah. But it's I hate the sort of lull period when it's finished and you're waiting for it to be released, and it's like,
Okay.
oh, just come on, you bastard.
It's getting there though, man. It's getting there. We're near the start of March here, you know. So
Yeah, we never know.
But
I mean, the first time we met you, we told you the album title, you know.
Yes, you did.
So
Yes.
that's
Yes,
how
you did.
long we're at it.
That was what, 2 years ago, nearly.
Yeah.
Mental, man. It's
2023.
I love the fact that happened, because that was very late into the last day as well.
Yeah, it was.
So I think I left early that day. I can't remember. I left early one week, yeah, but still, it was like, it was. I love moments like that where it's like, oh, you know, you came to chat, like, oh, we have interview. We go, yeah, of course, and you just never know how those are going to go. We've had a few where we've gone, yeah, it was cool. Like, well, we enjoy every interview we do anyway. But when we had the chemistry we had, like straight away, you're like, oh, okay, this is love shit like this. And now look at us 2 years later.
yeah, that was brilliant fun actually. Like it was such a sort of the high of coming off the stage doing that and just having such a laugh in that interview was just class. It's really good.
The other side to that is, you know, I'm not gonna diss anyone, but there were some interviews I did that weekend which sucked, and just I really appreciated the amount of research that you guys did
Always.
into the band beforehand, and it makes a big difference. It made it far easier for us to speak as well. So thank you, lads.
No, not at all. Not at all. An absolute pleasure. I mean, I don't like the idea of going into an interview blind. Anyway, I don't like the idea of going and be like, so you've got a song and it's coming out. Yeah, tell us all about it.
We did one interview, and the guy says, "So acid rage."
No,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's a cardinal sin. No, I hope you walked away.
What's worse is the three of us walked away and went, "That's a good band name as well."
They'll be our proteges. They'll be the guys who will do the acid rage. There are.
That'll be all your kids.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to name the band whenever we have to revamp, because we've been cancelled. Too much toothbrush jokes.
But going off the fact that you dropped State Your Business music video probably about a month or so ago now. It's phenomenal, by the way. Of course, I'm going to say that because you're here. I'm joking. Yeah, I actually really, I think it came out and I loved it. But Jude, clean vocals.
Yeah.
Jake did some too. He's harmonizing on the choruses.
Oh, both of you.
Yeah. Jake sang
Loved
his
it.
ass off. It was brilliant.
Loved it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah,
I'm
we're
very
very proud of it. It's not the best track on the album either, but it was an easy choice for a first single because of the chorus hook, you know.
Yes.
But it's not our favorite, you know.
See, that was Sorry, go.
No, go ahead, Aran.
I was going to say that was the one. That's probably the most kind of singy, and the most clean, and the most kind of biggest departure in a way. Not departure, but you know what I mean. Like,
I think Hamster Wheel is. I think it's the most singy one.
Yeah, I suppose maybe you'll get to hear about it.
But I know what you mean.
It's one of them. So that was the one.
Different types of singing, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
It's all to be revealed.
What's the feedback?
This was the one that. It was like this was the one that was like, oh, what the fuck's that? You know, like if any of the songs were like fans were gonna hate it, you know, that would be it. Like when the chorus kicks in, but it's got a really good reception.
Yeah, Yeah, people are loving it. It's
I
been
do.
really exciting.
You remember the time we did that the first time with Dean?
Yeah.
And he was just like, this is a guy that's known the band for years and years and years and years. Just like, Queen singing! I was like, yep.
I think I was just making my dinner or something. I had it on my phone. It was blasting out my phone. I was just like, la la la. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, no fucking way. And then I had a little rewind. It was like, holy shit! You did! I love this! It was great. The video is really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Really fucking good.
Yeah, it's based on an episode of The Twilight Zone, Button. And it's just, it was an easy song to basically choose to do the video because we wrote the song based on the episode. And we're kind of into that as well, you know, like, you know, shows like Twilight Zone and just anything kind of off kilter a wee bit, you know. And it was a really fun one to do our own interpretation of that episode as well. So I loved it.
So why have you not released it as a single? As like on Spotify? It's not
Okay. Thank you very much for that because we've been giving our manager grief about that just today.
So where is it? Yeah. If you're watching this, manager, fucking what's his name?
Yeah, James.
Yeah, James. Where the fuck is it, James? Hey, why is it not fucking Spotify right now?
It's James' business.
Yeah. So James is actually the guy that gets murdered in the music video too. The guy in the Motorhead suit.
Yeah.
So that's our manager. He's awesome. He's really good.
That was a classic him not knowing what he was getting into sort of situation. It's like,
I feel like a bastard for that.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
James landed out. He landed out on the day of filming, and he says, "So what am I doing?" And I says to him, "Do you see that bodybuilder over there? His name is Alan Boyce, and he's going to beat the shit out of you."
Michaela's getting it too.
Boss.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm hoping that we can release the actual raw footage of them acting at some point. James ad-libbed this dialogue, and it was fucking outstanding.
Yeah, he was amazing.
You know, when you see him talking in the video, it was fucking hilarious what he was doing. He was so into it. Like,
that's what you want, though. You don't want someone to half-ass it, do you? You want someone to come in like, oh, yeah, cool, there's a button there, brilliant. Yeah, I was going to kick my ass. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? You want someone that's going to go all fucking balls to the wall, don't you?
And Michaela as well, who stepped in fucking last minute, you know.
Yeah, what happened there?
I tell you the truth, the one of the ones I was really proud of was the guy that plays Stuart. That's a guy, Jason Gurley. And he was a wee bit anxious about being in the video, but he's a friend of ours, so he was happy to help, you know, that way. But when he landed, he didn't actually know he would have any dialogue. And I literally gave him a notepad with dialogue in it. And I kind of saw him nervously reading it, but after a couple of takes, he just gelled into it. So I was really proud of him, and he did an amazing job. Jason's one of these characters. He's got really dark eyes, you know, and he just looks like a creepy fucker. The
best part.
So it worked great.
So it was all very last minute and right, you're gonna get fucking the shit beaten out of you, and you're gonna fucking read these lines.
Yeah, it was.
It was funny. The actual performance part, us performing, I had like terrible shits that day. Just to let you know that. So if you go back and watch that video, like I am clinging, like I could barely fucking hear the song that I was like miming along to. And I'm just fuck
because he was chatting so loud.
Yeah. I the raw footage. Just
or you could see under the drum store, it's the Tesco bag open.
You know that episode of South Park where they're playing
World
of Warcraft?
That's the Live to Win episode.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It was actually like that. Like that was all in sort of Jude place, and like we were playing it's in the kit, like they're acting in the kitchen, and then we're playing in the garage. So I got to our part, and I was like, right, I'll go to the toilet before we start. Went to the toilet, then came out, sat in the drum stool. Fuck, I gotta go again.
Oh, dude.
But it was I got through it, like, but it was just like Jesus.
That's dedication to your craft. That's dedication
So
to the
there you
craft,
go.
brother.
See, now when you watch the State Your Business video, you just know that Aaron's thinking shit your business. He's suffering throughout.
Get my business.
Pure water, like, you know, those ones.
Oh, dude, come on.
This is Acid Age Uncut, baby.
Yeah, I know it is. Fucking hell. Acid Age Raw.
I'm giving you the juicy details, the watery details.
Oh, come on.
Right, I'm moving on. I'm getting away from this. The artwork for the album is fucking gorgeous.
Some segue.
What?
Let's get out of here some way.
I'm getting away from shitting.
The artist that did that had chronic diarrhea. Yeah,
It's made out of shit.
It is beautiful artwork. It was done by Dark Side Art. Got to give them a shout out. Dark Side Art on Instagram, and it's a guy and his wife, and I think he draws and then she digitizes everything.
Oh,
you know?
nice.
Yeah. So they're a power couple that do artwork. It's beautiful. Their work's fantastic. And it was just like a lucky Instagram find, you know, where you're scrolling and then you're like, that's going to be our artist type thing, you know.
It took us a while to get to that. That was the one thing that we're like, oh, Jesus. We just really wanted to get it right. I was like, oh, what do we want on the cover? Who do we want to do it? And then eventually, one practice, I was like, ding. It just kind of clicked. Yeah.
And again, it was one of those collaboration efforts. I think it was Aran says like a guy screaming on the front, and like, and then I was like, yeah, and he's a shaman. He's like, okay. And then Jake was like, yeah, and we've got all the elements, the fire and the water, and blah blah blah. And you know, the title Perilous Compulsion was also a collaboration because the concept, I brought that concept, and then Aran came up with that words, and we were shooting out different ideas for it, but the actual title was meant to convey kind of being attracted to something that's killing you. And it can be different for anyone. It could be drink, could be drugs, could be gambling, could be sex, could be whatever it is, but you're invested in something that is ultimately destroying you. So this is why the shaman, he's got all this power and he's opening up the earth and the elements, but it's like electrocuting him. And I said to the artist, can you kind of make him of unclear ethnicity? So I didn't want, you know, a Native American or a Japanese or an Indian shaman. I wanted like kind of unclear. And he did a great job. He just did the hair all gray and it's fading into the sky. And, you know, he's all electrocuted and stuff. So you don't know what race he is or who he belongs to per se, you know. So I loved it too. And the color scheme of like the purples and blues and stuff, that's a lot to do with our live show. Whenever we gig, you know, you've seen us at Bloodstock. We always request from the lighting techs, no red lights. We never have red lights at our gigs. And that's just for vanity's purpose because, one, we like the kind of nebula, spacey vibe of like purples and blues and greens. And then also red lights are the hardest ones to take photographs in, so the photography can come back bad. Now, there's some bands that absolutely need red. If you went to see Slayer and the stage isn't all draped in red, you'd feel like you'd been robbed, you know. But just for us, we go for more like a nebulous, spacey, psychedelic thing, you know.
Jake, wasn't your bass lit up at Bloodstock?
Sorry?
Wasn't your bass lit up at Bloodstock?
Oh, no. So...
Oh, it's red strings.
Yeah.
Pink strings. Pink strings.
It was Sylvia Day and...
Yes.
It was kind of like just a tribute to that, I suppose. And I don't have any pink clothes, so...
okay.
I just thought it would look cool as well, and
it did. It really did. So I was trying to link it into the color scheme, and that's why it just clicked in my head. Then I was like, I swear your strings were a different color, or something was lit up in some way. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was pink for Sylvia because like we were opening the festival on Sylvia's day. So it was like, right, lads, draped in pink. Let's do it. Our biggest audience ever, and we were all pinked out. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I do want to take us back to last August. We mentioned then with Bloodstock, because when they announced the lineup, we saw your guys' names. We're like, holy shit, Acid Age are coming back. That's fun. We were so fucking happy for you guys. Like, how did that come about? Because obviously you won Metal to the Masses the prior year. That's why you were there. So how did coming back the following year happen?
Our manager James got in touch with Simon Hall, and they basically. No, I think Simon reached out to James. That's what it was. And Simon says to him, "How would the lads feel about opening up?" Because when Simon saw us at Metal to the Masses the previous year, we were the first band on, so he kind of must have had faith in us as an opening act, you know. And that's basically where that came from. And basically, I was out that day. I was out walking the dog, and Jake phoned me, and I had left my phone in the house, and he phoned and phoned and phoned. And I got in. There's a pile of missed calls from Jake, and I was like, "Oh shit, something's up." So I checked, and I rang him back, and he goes, "Do you want to play Bloodstock again? I've been trying to get you, man." And I was like, "Fuck's sake, just confirm. Don't ask." Whatever, when we get an offer like that, please just confirm me as present, and then let me know after. I'll be there.
I'm already at Cat Park. What do you mean? I'm already here.
I don't care if my mum's dead. I'll be there.
My one was amazing. It was Jake phoned me. I was actually on the train coming from Bangor up to Belfast, and just bumped into a mate, like, and he was really gassing me up. He's like, "Oh, Bloodstock last year, that must have been so amazing. It must have been so good." And I was like, "Yeah, it was, man. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool." Then the phone went off. Yep. Doing Bloodstock again. It was one of those just pure. Yeah, it's just pure. Yeah, ego.
I genuinely thought then you were going to say my story was amazing. I was sat on the toilet and
brushing my teeth.
You know, this whole album, the whole new album was just I was on a toilet drumming. It was very hard to organize, but they somehow
That's why they call it the throne.
They got the drums in the studio toilet, and I made it happen. Yeah.
No, but when did it kick in though? Like mentally to you guys, but like, holy shit, we are opening Bloodstock. Like, we're not just playing; we are the first fucking band of that entire weekend.
When we got on stage.
I remember standing backstage, and I've had friends that said they tried to speak to me like half an hour before I played, and they said, "You were weird. We were all worried about you." You know, like Dean said, no. Apparently they tried to go, "Are you excited, man? Are you buzzed?" And I was like this. And they said, basically, you know, that they were starting to freak out. Is he going to be okay? Is he going to be sick? Is he going to vomit? What is it? And I remember walking up the wee stage steps and hearing behind the curtain, just hearing loads of people. And kind of then I knew it was all right. You know, I sort of peeked my head out and saw thousands of people and just thought, "Oh, fuck, they're all going to be looking at me." But it was awesome. It was an absolutely invaluable experience. Like,
I think I was the other way around. It was like I remember we were like in the wee artist bit they gave us before, and yous were like, you know, there was all this nerves and all. I was sort of sitting on the sofa like, lads, come on, trying to kind of lighten the mood and all. And then I went on stage. I was like, fucking shit myself.
Again.
Yeah. Literally, yeah.
Yeah. I still get nervous before every gig.
Yeah, we all get this joint thing. It's like a pre-performance anxiety shit.
Yeah.
And we're always sitting sort of backstage and we're looking and it's like, I need a shit.
There was one in Dublin that was particularly bad, but the three of us were all just like we all have to go. We have to go, but we can't.
I was about to ask if you guys have any like pre-show rituals, things you like to do before you go on stage, but apparently it's just go for a shit.
This probably seems like inappropriate after the conversation that we just had, but I actually love to just do some stretches and like do my vocal warm-ups, but like I need to stretch because, getting on a bit and the neck isn't what it used to be, So I need to make sure I'm warmed up and do my yoga and just enjoy that.
Yeah, you need it, like, especially now. You're crippled after a show if you don't do some kind of stretches on the neck.
Yeah.
I can imagine, to be fair.
So I have a rotary workout that I start at my neck and work all the way down to my ankles, and I basically stretch everything, and that's my wee ritual, And then I just like to make sure I get the voice warmed up just by grunting some oohs and ahs, go up the middle C skill, but like school choir of the year.
You've got a show in London coming up, March 23rd, at the Black Heart.
Yeah, we do indeed.
I do. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I moved to London 7 weeks ago, so I'm going to.
How's it going for you?
Yeah, great, mate. Absolutely great. But this is not about me. This is about you guys. So, but I appreciate you asking. Thank you very much. Don't apologise. It's okay. It's very rare the guests ever ask us anything, so it's graciously appreciated.
Song,
Huh?
The Chronicles of You.
Yeah, no. I think we toyed with that idea with being interviewed by previous guests and stuff, but I don't know. We might think about that in the future. For like a 200th episode or something, but still, yes. So
about your bowel movements. Are you fairly regular?
So, do you remember that interview we did back in February? Well, basically, I had the shits, and but have you got like, I don't know how much you could talk about this if you can at all, but have you got like an album release tour coming up at all, or like shows coming for the album release?
Yeah, we do. We've won the day before London. Is it Leicester?
Yeah, it's the Metal Monocle in Leicester. So we're doing
nice.
a couple of shows for the weekend. We're doing Metal Monocle in Leicester, and then the Black Heart in London. We're doing both those shows with a technical death metal band called Lost Brethren.
They're unreal. They were at Bloodstock as well.
Yeah.
And we're doing Preston.
Oh yeah, we're doing Preston with Solitary.
And then we're doing Thrashchester.
Yeah, Thrashchester and Thrashzone as well in Bristol.
Yeah, and then we've got a album release party in Belfast on the 29th of March. And so yeah, it's going really good. And it's been really, really nice. Ever since Bloodstock, we're getting a lot more cross-water gigs, So like I hope that continues,
It's great to get it in general, because being like a local metal band in Northern Ireland, you couldn't be more niche if you tried. It's quite hard to get out. And
I actually love our metal scene, but it's like being a big fish in a small pond, because like you think about Ireland, it's like a coin in the middle of a map and you have to fly to go anywhere. Whereas like if you're a European band, you jump in a van or you jump in a van and you travel all around Europe, So it's been awesome that we're getting those cross-water things.
The ferries.
Yeah. To do anything, we need to like cross an ocean. We do it for you, Tom and Jamie. We do it all for you guys.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Just give me a second, sorry. You got something in my eye. Oh, Aran shit again. Sorry about that. Oh,
oh God. Oh.
Shit. I've been the whole way down the path to London.
Obviously,
London.
Obviously, you've got the new album coming out in March. But do you guys have like a 5-year plan, something you're aiming towards, something you want to achieve next, or is it just fly by the seat of your pants? Let's go. Let's just keep going day to day.
I think this year like getting over to the likes of England more regularly throughout the year is like it's a big step for us, and I think that all comes off the back of Bloodstock doing that twice in a row, like getting more offers, just more awareness of what we're doing in our wee island, and so I think this year we'll focus on UK, and then hopefully next year
Europe.
Yeah, Europe. It's next logical step, really. So
we're doing really, really good, but I feel that there isn't much more for us to achieve in Northern Ireland because like everyone knows us, you know.
Yeah.
And like we go to gigs and we don't sell shirts because everyone's got them already, you know. So it's really nice, and I think, like Jake says, just going to mainland, and I love playing Scotland too. I really love Scotland. I have such a thing about Scotland. I think it's class. And then after that, just hitting Europe, you know, and just anywhere that'll have us. The best thing about being a trio is you fit in any stage. So that's brilliant.
That's a very good point, actually. Yeah. So a question I like to ask bands before we start wrapping up is: people are listening to this are like, Acid Age, I quite like the sound of these guys. I'm going to go check out some of their music. I've never heard them before. What are 2, maybe 3 songs in your back catalogue that you suggest people to listen to get a real feel for what you guys sound like?
A real favorite of people's is The Burning of Rome. People like that song. I think if we ever played a gig where we didn't play that song, people might be upset. So probably it, and check out the State Your Business music video for what's ahead, you know. And it's I would say it's a good teaser, but it's tip of the iceberg, you know.
it doesn't give away too much, so don't worry. There's plenty of surprises.
Yeah.
I think Slave Girl off of Semper Pessimus is a good shout if you want to basically get like the overview of what we sound like and what's possible from an Acid Age song. It's a good
It's a
example.
nice, quick, kind of catchy one with a lot of things covered on it. Slave Girl. There'll be more to come on the next album when it releases.
Yeah.
We've just shot a music video. It'll be out hopefully beginning of March. That's what we're aiming for. And it's going to be the second single. But this music video it's important because I've got my favorite song from the album. Jake's got his favorite song from the album. Aran's got his favorite song from the album. But collectively, this is our favorite song to play.
Okay.
So it's a song called Rotten Tooth, and it showcases when we put that song together, there was a rule of fuck the hook, fuck the song, fuck the melody, fuck the listener, fuck everything, right? We're actually going to make a point of just writing absolute chop shop. You know, this is going to just be a show off of a song, and it's so fun to play, and the playing in it is just, I mean, especially Jake and Aran just friggin' took on the form of a unicorn and a falcon, you know, it was just unbelievable. So it's going to be a class video too, you know. I've seen a wee bit of it back on the day that we were shooting it, and it looks really good. So that should be out early March. It's called Rotten Tooth.
You see what I mean with the toothbrushes?
That's what happens when you use them.
Yeah, no, it's good fun. It was actually the last song we did for the album, so it's the most like final fucking splurge it all out, you know.
Yeah, let's use
make
voice
it
and
what you
all
will.
of it. It's like, do you know whenever you go to make, say you want to make a chili con carne, right?
Yeah.
And you open the cupboard and you open the fridge and there's mince, and you know there's, you know, cumin, and there's, you know, you've got your tomato puree, and you've got your sauce, and you've got your chilies, and then you're like, well, what else is in the cupboard? And you just throw it all in there. It's like, you know what? I don't mind if there's blocks of chocolate in this.
That's quite a good way of putting it, actually. There's definitely a big block. There's definitely a big block of chocolate on it. You'll hear that one, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's chocolate."
There's the chocolate.
Sweet.
I
Fucking
cannot
hell,
wait.
hear this chocolate? Did you hear the chocolate they did? That's fun.
Oh, I cannot wait for the album to come out and hear all this. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for what?
I do. I have two, because I want to know where this title came from. Let me just get my notes a second so I don't get this wrong, right?
God.
The name of this song, like a runaway combine harvester in a field of crippled rabbits.
Right, that's it. I'm leaving.
I take no responsibility for that. That was before my time.
That's pre-Aran.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
Keta.
It's it was I think it was a review I read of a Megadeth album, and it said it's gonna trample on the competition like a runaway combine harvester in a field of crippled rabbits. And just like it was a piece of journalism that I just read and started wetting myself laughing at. So that's where it came from.
Okay. I was fair enough, just Megadeth, that's fine. I just listened to it. I was like, what the fuck? So I just put you on and I was just listening to you on shuffle. I was letting it do its thing, and I just happened to look down at my phone and go, "What's that called?"
I'm not gonna.
It's an absolute abomination.
Aran came into the band and said, "No more of that."
Not really. That was actually my first gig was actually the album launch of that. So we did that whole album in full. So it's actually, I've always called it my disgusting adopted child. You know, like Semper Pessimist, and then Perilous Compulsion are my kids, and it's my like disgusting adopted one that's like, fuck off now. Like.
Yeah, quick hug.
Yeah, piss off,
Yeah, the tap on the head. Yeah, all right.
Opens Christmas present, finds nothing. Oh, sorry, I must have forgot.
No.
Wrapping paper.
It's like, oh god, yeah, you know. But what was it? We did do a tape release that had a couple of those tracks on it, actually, from that first gig that nobody bought.
Probably because the title was too long.
This is emo shit anyway.
Like imagine that was your current album. Imagine that was your current album and you had to tell everyone about that. What's your new album? Like a runaway comment or it just we just refer to it as Combine. But
okay.
But it's shifted away.
Okay, I'll move on to my final question then. Because I'm interested, for all of you, when the Acid Age journey first started, when you first picked up instruments, when you first started singing, drumming, playing bass, etc., did you ever think this is where the band would be today?
No.
No, because we're doing like a runaway comment harvester in a field.
I thought I'd be a lot richer by now.
We've made fun.
You know, whenever people say things like, "Oh yeah, we're in it for the music," and you know, I don't care about all that other stuff. And no, I would like a Lamborghini, and I want a pile of houses, and I actually want loads of. Not roadies, but slaves setting up my stuff on stage,
Slave girls and boys.
No, I'm not sick.
Slave adults.
No, like there will be dignified slaves, they'll be treated like humans, but still slaves, like I might even become friends with one of them or something, but that was the goal. The long-term picture was to have private jets and live the full Led Zeppelin experience,
like
where people don't breathe the same air as you,
Yeah. We
You know, when someone pisses you off, you can just have them killed.
we the three of us collectively have put a disgusting amount of money into this band and made fuck all back.
Yeah,
Fucking
we're loving
100
it. Nothing but good experiences and a big suitcase full of toothbrushes. But sure, we'll throw it in the van and get down to the next gig. It'll be
It's
fine.
not the money. It's the friends you make along the way, you know? And the 150 quid you have to spend on a fucking ferry to get to your country.
Oh, that's how I ended it to your country.
It's definitely not mine. It's definitely Jamie's, but it's definitely not mine.
Yeah, Aaron, you want to be careful with that. You could get stabbed with a bottle of Buckfast.
And that's on a good day.
It's a better way to go.
I get friendly
welcome
welcome.
here. Like,
I remember being at that Edinburgh festival one time, and it was amazing to me that like there was posh ladies in fur coats walking around holding Buckfast in the streets. You know?
Welcome to Scotland. Mate, I was on a night, this is years ago, I was on a night out in the middle of Edinburgh and I was walking home, back to my mate's house, sorry, and I heard this screaming and I was like, what the fuck is that? And it's this one guy by himself, just staring at a shop window, shouting at it, and I was like, is he okay? So I walked over, he's fucking having a massive fight with a mannequin in the window. It's like, what's his? Like, welcome to Scotland, and he's just like, mate. It's like, yeah, you okay? It's like,
track him down. You need to track him down and get him on the show.
Yeah.
That's
it was
amazing.
mental. It was mental, but it was just like it was a normal thing. Everyone was like, nah.
And the thing about it is, like, Scotland as a country's got like all the class medieval style architecture, and you know, it's a beautiful place, and some of the landscapes are phenomenal. And like the last time we played Scotland was in December, and literally everyone we met was drunk. Now, when I say that, I also mean the bar staff were drunk, the doormen were drunk, the sound engineer was drunk.
The sound engineer. It was something like on his table, like halfway through the gig, pint of Guinness and 2 bottles of Buckfast on his table. He was just fucking working away at it.
You know what's worse is how functional he was. He even did an amazing job of the sound. It sounded
You
probably find that if he was sober, it would have sounded like shit.
Yeah, or English. Who had no fucking control. Oh, I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, amazing. Hey, I have a question for you guys before we wrap up.
Go for it.
All right. What is the absolute worst experience you've ever had doing this podcast?
This.
Finding out about Aaron's bowel movements way too much.
Just
worst experience.
Don't shit on anyone, obviously, but I'm saying has there been one experience where like the mics didn't work and things fell apart and stuff broke down, it wouldn't work, or is it literally the storm last week?
One, yeah.
I have my answer. But...
Is it the really early interview by any chance?
No, it isn't actually.
Oh,
no.
What's yours, James?
No, mine is we did an incredible interview with an incredible band called South of Salem. It was phenomenal, like really good interview. And then we ended it and I realised I didn't fucking press record.
Oh.
And then I had to send that embarrassing email saying sorry.
And then we had to interview them at Bloodstock last year.
Yeah. They played just after us at Bloodstock.
Yes.
They did, yeah.
And then I found out the singer was really happy because he hadn't done like it was the happiest he'd ever been in an interview. Like he was really confident in himself, and I was like, "You've got nothing to show for it, thanks to me and my fuck ups." Yeah,
that's a good one.
That was pretty bad. I can't think. I mean, there was a time when Jamie's chair broke during an interview. That was fucking hilarious.
Well, that was awful for you, weren't it? Yeah,
that was hilarious. There was a very, 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 very early interview where this person had did some quite cool stuff actually, but my God, it was like pulling teeth. It was like getting blood out of a stone. Just, how you doing? You all right? Okay, so yeah, there's just the answer's like one word, and you're like, this is dire. I think I asked one question the entire time.
Why won't he talk about his shitting?
Yeah.
Or his love of the Scottish alcohol.
I think I'm a disappointment to my countrymen because I don't drink. So
yeah.
Apart from when you force that fucking dirt. I mean, I was good at it for you boys, but yeah, I don't drink at all.
That was all Jude. That was all Jude.
Thank you.
It was not me. It was Bloodstock nectar.
It was interesting. That was.
It was all the cider from the previous year, you see, in a
2-liter
milk jug.
Was that your like drinking years? That
What's that?
Was that the first like drink you'd had in like a while?
Years, yeah.
That's a horrible thing to do to someone.
Yeah,
like,
but it was for I was in the moment. I was loving seeing you guys, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to be, I'm not like no.
Where you're all buzzed out and excited, and then it's like someone says, "Do you punch that bear?" And you go,
basically, yeah.
So what you're basically saying is, you had your one wee sip, and then it all went to hell, and now your life's here, and you're at rock bottom, right? Now you're fucking interviewing us again.
But I love interviewing you guys, and I felt like because the debut album was coming out, you deserved a proper hour and a half, not a quick 10-minute. Although I do fucking love our in-person interviews, and the fact we got to do it twice has been unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to the third.
Yeah.
Real
Excellent.
Scrabby one in London when we're over.
Yeah, but Jamie will be with me, so we could. I tell you what, Aaron,
you can drink his share then.
I just want to come.
I'm gonna make some homemade poison, which is, here's a clue. It's just toilet duck, and I'll make sure that you get a couple of shots of that.
I really hope it's not from the toilet that was used during the State of Business video.
Outstanding.
Oh, incredible. Gents, before we let you get out of here, plugs, social medias, websites, where can people find you out in the world?
Absolutely everywhere. We're on, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. There's also a lot of ones I've never heard of that we're on. I think we're on like Deezer and Music by Twitch and friggin'
Tidal.
Yeah, Tidal. That's and also we're on Bandcamp, which is probably the best way to access us. Like if you want to buy something, a shirt or a CD or whatever, it comes straight from us. And if you want anything, if you're saying, this is a gift for my girlfriend, can you write something disgusting on it for us? Yeah, absolutely. We'll do that for you.
And the pre-orders for the new album are actually live now on the Distortion Project Records Bandcamp. So,
so we need to get like those things to come up there, pledge your money. Come on. And it's like bing, 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 bing.
Pledge your money. Jude wants slaves.
You can also find us on LimeWire and Frostwire, and
you can go back in time to 2006 and check us out on MySpace. You can get us on Bebo. Yeah, you see the old photos whenever like Jake had an emo fringe, and
I had one, mate. When I had fucking hair, I had an emo fringe. Yeah.
Did you?
I was one of them.
Down. But he had an afro, but he just gelled a bit of fringe over one.
Fantastic. Put everyone to shame. Started the trend, that did.
It was Sideshow Bob style.
Oh, gents, thank you so much. This means it absolutely well to catch up again. It really does.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, absolutely awesome.
Best of luck with that album. Cannot wait.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're like a stain on your show now. We love it. Thank you very much. We won't wash up. Smells always there.
We don't ever want you to. Oh, phenomenal. Boys, this has been fucking sick. I've loved it. It's been so good to catch up. Yeah, I'm so happy that Jake got to be here as well. That was It wasn't the same, man. It wasn't the same, you know?
It's never the same.
No, never.
We actually had to have a practice without him one time because he was working, and me and Aaron just beat the shit out of each other all day. There was no balance, you know. If you think of like me and Aaron as yin and yang, he's the S down the middle.
We was kind of
No.
mediator of this band.
Because we had to both, like we were both getting public transport. Usually Jake would drive Jude down and then pick me up in Belfast, and then we so like we both got up. I was like, where are you? Where are we going?
Help! We got into the practice room and he just shit in his hands
Go on, Jason started going, right. Guess I better sort this out again.
Constantly sorting it out.
Love it. Oh, boys, pleasure. Absolute pleasure. It's so good to catch up. We'll drop this on Friday, midday. We'll share it obviously everywhere, put all the relevant tags in, etc. And we'll see, hopefully, I'll see you on the 23rd of May. March.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Let's go, guys. It's
Good.
fucking awesome to see us.
Yeah, take it easy, my friends. See you later.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is a like celebrity death match.
Before we get started in the show, hello everybody, welcome back. 160th, isn't this?
160th.
Isn't this? Isn't this definitely is in English? Isn't it? I believe. Okay. Isn't this 600? Anyway, that's what I was meant to say. 160th edition, Jamie. Unbelievable.
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 More unbelievable the fact we got to 160, or the fact you remembered that this is 160.
Yeah, I think because I remember last week I was like 159. Anyway. Welcome back, everyone. I just want to say, obviously, lovely to have the Acid Age boys on this week.
Oh.
Lovely to have the lads back. So good. Whilst we were interviewing, I don't know if it was before the interview, during, or way before when I was eating, I swallowed a lip stud. I only have one lip stud in. No idea. No idea, Jamie. It's gone. It's healed.
Take to notice?
About hours.
That's even worse.
No clue. I just swallowed plastic. I thought that wasn't. Anyway. Yeah, there we are. So I now have one stud left. Fantastic.
Have you not got anything
So,
you can put in there in the meantime?
It's healed. It's healed. It's healed.
Heal that fast.
Game over. Thanks, work for the discrimination. Appreciate you. You can't have piercings or tattoos because the handbook says so. The handbook's 2008. Well, the handbook says so. We will only discriminate against you because you are alternative, and you should not be having piercings or tattoos because people walk into shops and go, no. Not be seen by somebody with metal in their face. Absolutely not. Anyway.
That's why these exist. Hey.
Anyway. Jamie Westwood. Do you remember back at the January edition, I think it was right at the beginning or towards the end, where I talked about JJ Watt?
JJ Watt.
The old NFL player who's retired, who now owns Burnley Football Club.
Yes.
And the goalkeeper of Burnley Football Club said, if I keep a clean sheet for the rest of the season, you must go and play for the Cincinnati Bengals. And when JJ went, yeah, all right then.
I remember this man.
I have an update on this story.
Oh, amazing.
On December 28th, JJ Watt and James Trafford, the Burnley goalkeeper, made a deal on Instagram. If the Burnley goalkeeper went the rest of the season without allowing a goal, Watt would come out of retirement to join the Cincinnati Bengals. Since the deal was made, Jamie, James Trafford has gone 10, now 11 straight games without conceding a goal, setting a championship record of 910 minutes. Burnley have 13 games remaining.
Wow. Like, fair play.
JJ, I think he tweeted or he made a comment recently and he just put, because they're now stupidly close to him having to honour this deal.
He must be so torn. He's like, yes, we're winning. He hasn't let a single goal in. Fuck, I may have to come out of retirement.
I think it's amazing because
it's incredible.
No, I don't. It's broken. That Burnley have broken the championship record for the least amount of goals conceded. No team has ever. I don't know what the record is for going that for what the streak is for not conceding at all, but
that is impressive.
13 games away.
Like, fair play, and no disrespect to Burnley Football Club. I can't say I've ever really paid attention to football, but to me, they're not one of the big teams, are they? So,
they're normally in the Prem. They're a yo-yo team.
Oh, they were yo-yo team.
They're in the Prem, the Championship, the Prem, the Champion. They did like to yo-yo.
Yeah. So they're not exactly known for being like one of the big teams that are always winning games and all that sort of stuff. So they're fucking players.
In the Championship, they do. In the Premiership, they don't.
One of them. They're too good for this league. They're too shit for this league.
Yeah, basically, yes. Yeah.
1.5 would be great.
What makes it even more mental? They're not even top.
How?
Leeds are.
I'm guessing Leeds are scoring more goals than.
Too many draws, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, most of them.
Leeds are top of the league.
Look
so
at
it's
almost
just...
sounding like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I just thought I was fucking sick.
That's awesome. You got to keep updating us on this every.
I will. I will have a look at the Burnley scores every weekend now. I'll just be like, oh. Anyway, I also want to go back to your Simon Says comment from last week.
That was what I meant to look up. I'm glad you did it.
Because it got me thinking, right? Simon Says do this. I didn't say Simon Says ha. Why is Billy so silly? Who claimed that Frank was a tank? Who wanted to be Frank? Just be yourself. Like, do you know what I mean? Like we have so many of these different things with people's names in. The English language must be the most difficult language to learn in the history of the universe.
Yeah, pretty much. I think there must be two parts to learn in English. Like, one, you have to learn the language itself, and then you have to learn all the fucking weird expressions to actually get by speaking the said language.
I wonder what the slangs are for the languages. Yeah, exactly. I wonder what the slangs are that people,
That's a good point. Like, is there a German version of Silly Billy? Like, is that a thing?
Well, what they say, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, their equivalent of that.
Yeah. Flappy hands.
Flappy hands.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like,
the only German name that's coming to my head is Herman, and I can't think of anything that rhymes with it other than German.
Blurman, I don't know. Or Elon, that rhymes with Nazi, doesn't it? Anyway, so welcome to Story Time with Tom.
Yay, it's been a while.
Since I can't listen to him anymore. Anyway, so this is a genuine news story. Talking of Nazis, did you see this story that Elon Musk reposted? Sorry, Elon, the Nazi himself, reposted about immigrants, taking over a Birmingham hospital. Have you heard about this story? So he had this massive tweet out, didn't even fact check it, nothing, about how immigrants were taking over this Birmingham hospital with axes and bats and all that sort of thing. Turns out, Jamie, it was a scene from The Dark Knight. So Elon Musk reposted an image of Birmingham Hospital, but it's actually a Batman scene. Elon Musk reposted an image from his account claiming to show migrants storming a Birmingham hospital, but people pointed out it's actually just a scene from a Batman film. The Tesla CEO seemingly spends hours a day tweeting, reposting, and sharing content on his social media platform. These posts usually fall into one of two categories: posts praising him or posts spreading hate and vitriol. This was proven recently when he shared a post from a random account that showed a picture perpetrating to show migrants storming a hospital with axes and knives. The account claimed the picture had been taken in Birmingham, and the story was buried in mainstream media. Musk has shared a post with the caption, "Well, what's happened here?" But it wasn't long before people realised everything about the post was a straight-up lie, because the image was fake, with many saying that it was a scene from The Dark Knight Rises.
That's proving that people that are full of hate and are knobheads will believe anything.
The post has since been deleted by both the original account who shared the image and Musk. West Midlands police have also released a statement confirming the image was a fake and that no disorder took place at any hospital in Birmingham. Was it yours?
If it was, it must have been on my day off. And everyone stopped talking about it already, so couldn't have been that bad. What a fucking idiot. I mean, I wish Birmingham was cool enough to have things like Batman, but not axes and knives, but I just want Batman. But what an idiot.
What's more hilarious is his egotistical little twatty president has also said that Zelensky is a dictator. Hilarious. Which he isn't, and that apparently has given Putin permission to invade the UK and invade London.
Oh, that's
Which I was like, which is brilliant. And people voted for this shit.
And he thinks he has the right to give permission for that. How?
Exactly. Anyway, Jamie, less we talk about Nazis, the better.
Yeah.
So, can we talk about this festival before we move on to Callum?
Of course.
There's a festival that's been announced called the Summer of '99. Okay?
Okay.
Jamie Westwood, I have never wanted to go to anything more in my life.
Okay, please do tell. This has not been on my radar.
It's at the Alpine Valley Music Theatre in East Troy, Wisconsin.
Of course it is.
In July of this year. Friday the 18th and Saturday the 19th. Headlining Friday, Nickelback. With Daughtry, Tonic, Our Lady Peace, and Lit. Unbelievable. The Saturday, however, is headlined by Creed, with Three Doors Down, Seven Dust, Hinder, Fuel, and Vertical Horizon.
I want to go.
Exactly. Of course you do.
I can have Lips of an Angel and With Arms Wide Open in one day. Give it to me now.
And you can have Not Enough and Innocence from Our Lady Peace. What an album that is, by the way. With Nickelback, it's unreal, mate. It's the weekend after Trees.
Oh, closing your Friday with Nickelback and your Saturday with Creed.
Three Doors Down just before.
Oh, I'd have no voice left.
Nobody would.
No.
Nobody would. And you can imagine the amount of people that want to sing like Scott Stapp in that crowd. It'd be unbelievable. Yeah.
I'd be one of them.
Yeah. He takes Eddie Vedder to a whole new limit.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to go Eddie Vedder versus Scott Stapp.
I was just about to say, that is a celebrity death match I want to see. Scott Stapp and Eddie Vedder. Fucking yes. It's a little sing-off. It'd be amazing.
The first person to actually make sense loses. The first word you can hear, he's dead. Got him.
Fuck. Oh my god, that needs to happen. We need to stop fantasy booking these things that we'll never see because they just sound incredible and I get really excited.
Higher. Who said higher? I got him. Got him. Yeah, no idea. No idea, mate. I ain't got it. Vedder's like, the ultimate. He's like the Sir Kill-A-Lot. He's the ultimate fucking beast. And everyone's trying to fit, and Scott Stapp's there in second place.
I don't think anyone has ever compared Eddie Vedder to Sir Kill-A-Lot from Robot Wars, ever.
No, mind you, that I was like, he's like Kang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then like Scott Stapp is Shredder, or something. Do you know what I mean? We have like the ultimate boss, but then you've got a big like henchman boss that's below them. Yeah, it's like that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Pearl Jam's been around a lot longer, so yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, Pearl Jam, Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa. I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
I like you.
Good. So anyway, we'll never get to go. So hopefully they'll stream us. That'd be so good.
That would be amazing. Why
can't Creed come to the UK? Why are they just trying the US?
It's doing my head in. I wish for it every day.
It's going to happen.
Creed here.
It's going to happen.
They're one of my bucket list bands I need to see live. Just bring them here, please.
Absolutely. It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Hello. This week's Treachings come from the set of my own podcast, That Gym Couple Podcast, that I host with my partner Lucy, where we discuss all things gyms, fitness, gym anxiety, and a bunch of other stuff in between. If you do have the opportunity to come and check us out at That Gym Couple Podcast on Spotify and YouTube, we'd very much appreciate it.
Callum is back to treat the world. Jamie, let's get stuck straight in, shall we? What is Callum treating us this week?
We blame algorithms for constantly delivering us utter slop when it comes to social media. But in order for us not to get that sent to us, we just need to stop engaging with it.
Oh, we're being sensible, Callum, this week. I like it.
I know what I was going to say, but it is very true. If you literally click on one video of someone giving birth out their ass, that's all you'll get. Like, literally all you'll get is just ass babies.
I mean, those videos are fascinating to watch, but
So, and it's out of men. It's men's asses. It's not even, it's just,
Oh, what Junior could have been.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I hate that if you watch one video for like seconds, all of a sudden that's all you get, and it's just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's so annoying because especially half the time you don't even need to actually click on it. Like you say it, like Reels, for example, you scroll in on it. You stay on one for longer than 2 seconds. It's like, oh, he likes that. Let's give him lots of that.
Yeah, it's a scary world, man. It's a really fucking scary world. Your data just gets taken just like that, and then it's in the hands of Nazis and multi-billionaires and that sort of thing.
Lots of Nazi speak this week.
Yes, there forever will be for the next 4 years.
I'm not going to hashtag it though when I do the write-up.
No, please don't. Because didn't we get bollocked for that last time?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we did. No, don't ever hashtag them ever in this.
No.
But
he's right though, because I know some people say you can like say block this ad or whatever it's called, block it. But even then, I'm like, does that still give it attention? Because I'm interacting with it by clicking.
Yeah,
on it.
I suppose. Yeah, it's just it's a scary world, man. I'm so pleased that we grew up when we did.
Yeah, MySpace days. There was no algorithm in MySpace days. You just got what you found.
Just code your own shit. Yeah.
Oh, those were the days.
I know, mate. Tell me about it. Tom, where are you?
I'd love to find out where he is. I even tried to find him to email him for this show. And I couldn't find him anywhere in the fucking world.
Really?
Yeah, I thought, what a fascinating conversation that could be.
Is he even real?
I assume so. Just wandering around posing in his white t-shirt. I don't know.
Well, it was like a backwards over the shoulder shot, wasn't it? That sort of thing, yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things. Like, it's so funny how you think I'll never be that person. I'm never gonna scroll through reels. Like, it's just such what the kids do, and you find yourself after a while being like, ha, ha, ha. Mindless brain. I mean, mind numbing. There is some funny shit though. There is some funny shit out there. It's almost like what the internet was created for, but then it's so easy to get sucked into that sort of stuff.
I always find it weird because it's like you want to support these like creators who are actually out there doing really fucking cool artistic stuff. You're like, this is incredible. The comedy, everything is incredible. And then at the same time, you're like, God, we need to stop giving these idiots a platform for some people.
When I was at work, this is probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. On a Saturday, I think I was putting some frames away, and these two guys just walked in, went straight into someone's face with their phone and their microphone. And it's like, she's a 10, but she's got a hairy ass. And it's like, what?
The fuck?
Yeah, I know. And you're just like, oh, fuck off.
I hate those things. I see videos when people are stopping people in the streets. It's always London, weirdly enough. I'm like, what are you doing? These people just want to do the shopping. Leave them the fuck alone.
Leave the fuck alone? I was trying to do shopping, pal. Leave the fuck alone.
It's what to say is like, what are you listening to in your headphones? I'm like, leave him alone. He's listening to music.
I can imagine trying to do it in Birmingham. That's why they do it in Birmingham. Who the fuck are you doing? Sorry? It's shit content. We can't understand them. We'll go somewhere else.
Put it on the pile with Eddie Vedder, shit we can't understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Eddie Vedder, Scott Stapp, Brummies. You're the foot soldiers.
That's the episode description this week. Eddie Vedder, Scott Stapp, Brummies.
Love that. Oh, anyway, let's stop being old fuckers. Bloody social media back in my day.
This week, isn't there?
It's all about the MySpace days. Jamie, what else is Callum teaching us this week?
A completely straight road would go straight into space.
Would it?
Would it?
The world's round.
I think I know what you're saying, because it's not going to go round, is it? If it's straight.
Yeah, but I suppose it'd be like Rainbow Road, wouldn't it? Can you imagine it's like driving on the straight and it's like la la la, just enjoying a lovely little road. Then all of a sudden you see tortoiseshell get thrown at you, like what the fuck? And then the road's like a luminously rainbow coloured. You start flying around everywhere, like have I sent a Mario Kart out of nowhere?
Who tripped me on mushrooms? Nothing happened.
Like, yeah, it's almost like fuck the goal at the end of the rainbow. It's fucking Rainbow Road. It's Mario Kart at the end of the road. Yeah. That'd be amazing. It'd be amazing and horrifyingly scary at the same time.
Yeah. It is one of those, you look at these games like, this must be really fun to do. At the same time, you're like, no, because I could die if I turn slightly to the right wrong.
But surely, if it's going to go straight forever, the world is round, so it's going to go straight, but it's going to be going.
If the world's round, the road's going to curve. He's on.
Yeah, but it's still going straight. Yeah, but am I an idiot then?
From my interpretation, let's see if I can find something here. Box. So it's not going to go round. It's just straight. So whereas the Earth would turn, you're just going to go up.
But that's still technically a straight road, isn't it? Because it's not going anywhere. I know what you're saying.
That's what I think he's getting at. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're right. I think you're right. But obviously it's going to go straight. And like the world's obviously going to do this, isn't it?
Yeah.
So eventually you're going to go bye because you can't breathe in space. But in my interpretation of it, it's just going to be a whole road all around the world. That'd be amazing in a way. You wouldn't have to fly anywhere.
Problem is, there's oceans.
Yeah,
you probably get somewhere like, and I'm drowning.
Limp Bizkit that shit. Build a bridge.
Oh, I'm stealing that. That's my favourite Limp Bizkit song, and I've never thought to use that expression.
Yeah. Not to your mind, through the ocean. I imagine there'd be some fucking long ass poles. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
And that's obviously why it can't happen, because the pressure's too much, you'd die. But I've always wondered why there was no like tunnel to. In that there's the London. Start that again. Channel tunnel to get to France. Why there's no one to America.
There's a lot of this. Like, I've always wondered why there's no bridge from like Scotland to Northern Ireland. If it's the same country, why isn't there just a?
They want apparently they want to build one, but why?
It's just amazing. It's part of our country. You'd think that you could do it.
I suppose. Northern Ireland is part of the UK, yeah.
Yeah. No, I said country. It's not countries. It's
countries. Yeah, yes. I mean, our lads.
Blaming you all for the English.
Oh. You realise that you're like singled out here. 3 Northern Irish lads and a Scotsman. Yeah.
That's a good point, actually,
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, Jamie, I think that stumped me more than anything else.
He's been very like
philosophical.
That's what I was after. Philosophical and intelligent this week.
What's Lucy done to you? No, I'm joking. And finally, what is Callum teaching us, Jamie, this week?
I wonder what percentage of people have sat in the back of their own car.
Oh!
There it is! There it is!
And he's back. That's a really good point, though.
It is a really good point.
Obviously, Becky would have never sat in the back of her car because she's the only one that drives.
If memory serves, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty certain we were there when she was cleaning the back of the car. She got in the back to clean and was like, "This is weird. Never sat back here before."
Yeah, I mean, it can't be a high percentage unless there's like, I don't know, someone's got drunk and then you both go and get them and then drive their car back for them. But I don't know. Like,
but even then, they're probably going in the passenger seat. It's just them.
I suppose. Unless they want to lie down.
Well, fair.
And just forget the world. If they want to snow patrol that shit, then just get the. That was poor. The Limp Bizkit one was better.
The Limp Bizkit one was better, but still I enjoyed it.
You know, you feel that you've got to be like, I think, and I've gone too far. Like, the line was there, and I went, way! Off that straight road, straight to space, weirdly. Joint Mario Kart for some reason. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, in the back of the car.
In the back of your car, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine a lot of people have done it, and I bet we should just make them do it just for the sake of it.
Just to get driven around in your own car. Experience what it feels like to be a passenger in your car.
I've never driven, so I don't want to have to drive a fucking car.
No, apart from a couple of driving lessons, no, normally.
Did you ever buy if you never put them back up?
Because I need to save up for this fucking cruise, and they're damn expensive.
Oh, fuck. Is that still not happened? When's that?
In August this year.
Did we talk about it like last year?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Are you still shit scared about it?
I'm nervous. Still a bit nervous. Yeah.
How long are you away for?
7 nights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's one of those fear of the unknowns. I mean, apart from the year 6 French trip where I went on a ferry, I don't think that really counts. I've never really been on a proper boat before. So
I can imagine I know exactly what you're going to do as well.
What?
Is it Akon to do it with? No, that's just said sex.
I have got to Lonely Island. That shit. Yes.
I know you are.
100%.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me because I'm sailing on a boat.
I know you will.
On a boat and...
Please make a video and put it on the TikTok.
I was going to have to, aren't I?
I'm
on a cruising.
One of Braden's favourite videos is you in Spain. Anyway, that Callum, we completely went off track there. When you were in Spain last year with that Fanta can, and he pretended the camera wasn't there.
All about that.
Gorgeous weather, eh? Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey.
So, Callum, mate, thank you so much. Again, very philosophical of you, though. Like, what's happened to you?
I like
What's
it.
going on? What's going on? Anyway, me and Jamie have been chatting, everybody, and we decided that we're going to bring a brand new little segment in for this because it's a little bit of fun. So we decided to bring a brand new single in each week, like a song of the week type thing, shall we say? There's no jingle for it, nothing like that. It just thought it'd be a bit more enticing for you to go and check out some brand new tunes that you may never really listen to or not heard of, and that sort of thing. If anyone's inspired by these tracks that we talk about. So, Jamie, I'm gonna let you go first. What is your single of the week, my friend?
My single of the week, because obviously, just to piggyback on what you were saying, then the past couple of weeks we've mentioned like the new songs that have been released and how fucking good they are. So, like you say, why not highlight our favorite one? So, I think it's a great idea. So, I was having a look through all the new releases. And I spotted a band I haven't listened to in years called Avantasia. And I was like, wow, they are still going. So I thought, I'm going to go have a listen to this new song. My God, is it fucking incredible. Like, I need to go back and listen to more Avantasia to listen to this. It's called The Witch, and it's featuring Tommy Karevic from Camelot. Another band who are superb and I haven't listened to in a long time. It's been a while since I've listened to power metal, I've realised, so I need to go back and listen to them. But I was more familiar with the singer from Avantasia from his other band, Ed Guy, and they are superb. So everyone who's never listened to Ed Guy, go check it out. But yeah, my single of the week this week is Avantasia, The Witch, featuring Tommy Karevic, because it's fucking great and it makes you happy and it makes you do a little jig.
Was it for the? Because when I listened to it, I found it was very gothic-y, castle-y, like medievally type vibes without the organs and that sort of thing. And when he started singing, I was like, I know why Jamie likes this.
He does have a fantastic voice, though, Tobias. He really does. Definitely go check out that track. It is incredible.
No, fair. So mine is by a band called Sleep Theory. And they've been around for a while. They have a song called Fallout, which I discovered about 3 years ago, which I absolutely loved. They have just released their brand new single, Static. The reason I love this song so much is for the fact that it's catchy as shit. For starters, I can't help but dance to it. But what I really love is catchy choruses and the fact that the catchy just continues into the verse. And when you get that little hooky line. So in the Barry Tomorrow interview, I talked to Adam about Dan's hooky lines that he has. So he had like the oh no and like how could they do that to us and that sort of thing, where it's like something that just sticks in your brain and it's there forever sort of thing. Well, I have that in this song as well. So obviously after the first chorus, there's a bit where it kicks back into the second verse. And where he just says, I just can't stop the overstimulation. But it's the way he goes like, I just can't stop the overstimulation. And I don't know, it's just really, but the song's like, yeah, oh, that sort of vibe. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, single of the week for Tom right here is Static by Sleep Theory. Please I think they're going to be huge coming through. I think they're going to be massive.
I've seen that song shared a lot of places in the past week. Like, it is picking up traction, so fair play to them guys, because I'd heard the song before I'd actually gone to check out your song of the week recommendation. Like, you sent it me and I forgot to go listen to it. I heard it, someone was like, fuck, this is good, what is it? And I was like, oh, that makes sense, that's Tom's song of the week. Yeah, this is really good.
Had my song of the week as soon as the day to remember this fucking dropped brand 2 new singles yesterday, and I was like,
yeah,
and they're
I haven't indulged it, I shall.
Jamie Westwood.
Yes, I didn't see around it.
I listened to it all morning. Fucking good.
I've also had my song for next week dropped already, but you can find out what that is next week.
Day to Remember to release the big old album, which is out on March 21st. Oh my god, I'm so excited. The giddiness inside of me. Miracle came out in like 2021. I think Miracle was a single they dropped out of nowhere, and then they disappeared for a while. I was like, the fuck? But still, what that song? That's an anthem. That song, an absolute anthem.
I get the feeling they've gone away to cook up something fucking big with this new record. So
it's called the Big Old Album.
Exactly,
it's going to be fucking unbelievable. So I'm very, very excited about that. But other than that, was no real other new singles that really came out that really grabbed my attention this week.
And the other one for me was Bex's new single, Crybaby. Really fucking good. That almost got it for me for this week, but then I heard that Advantageous song and it just took it. But yeah, the new single by Bex, Crybaby, is fantastic as well.
Jamie, how are you?
I am good, my friend. I didn't have to wake up at 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm good.
Nice. That's what you want. That's definitely why I wake up 4 a.m. Earlies.
I've been on early zone, so yeah. But yeah.
Okay, fair point.
But yeah, I'm good. I've got the kids here with me, so I'm very happy.
What do they do with you?
Well, it's half term. I've got a few days off, so I thought, you know what? Let's have the kids for a few nights.
Nice, fair play.
Spend some extended time with my babies.
Not anymore, though, are they?
No, not anymore. I can't.
And the fact you just said that made me feel a bit weird.
Look, I know you're not a parent and you fucking hate
Oh,
children.
there you just fucking suckling on your teats while you're chatting to us like, yeah, so anyway, that's it, my babies, you take the milk, you take the juices from your daddy, you like the juices from your...
Fucking weirded this one out on me now, haven't you? Like,
yep.
Thanks for that. Like,
you're so fucking welcome. You're very welcome, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, you just really weirded me out with that. Thank you.
Cheers, thanks for doing the show. See ya.
How are you?
I'm alright, mate. I'm fucking shattered, though. You know, you've not been sleeping very well for a while, and like the last 2 nights, I just keep tossing and turning like a twat. And I was like I'm a fucking hog roast. I just don't understand. Do you know what I mean? Just like.
It's not, I've been tossing and turning. I've been tossing and turning like a twat.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm a fucking pig on a stick. With an apple in my mouth. Weirdly.
I was going to say I've got an apple in your mouth. That might be why you can't sleep, trying to keep hold of an apple.
But yeah, obviously this pissed me off, swallowing mustard. That really annoyed me yesterday. I was a bit like, I've done this for a discriminatory fucking job that don't give a fuck about what I'm doing other than money. People won't watch this as well, so hello everyone. The amount of fucks I give, mate.
Fields are barren.
So Fields of Aran?
The fields are barren.
Oh, I was like, what's Aran doing in the field? Is he all right?
Probably having a shit.
Oh yeah, good point. Actually, I can't believe he talks about that on the show. They went to so much fucking detail about it. You're like, no. We do not need this right now. Like, yeah, grim. Thanks, Aran, mate. Really appreciate it. Cheers. But yeah, man, I feel bollocksed.
Yeah, it's not good.
But I was so annoyed, right? So I spoke to my sister on Monday, and I was like, "Oh, my mum's birthday is next Saturday." So I was like, "Oh, what we doing? I'm going to come back and see you all like for mum's birthday, blah 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 blah." And she was like, "Oh, we're doing Flight Club." And I was like, "Oh, Tom's been going on about it. What we doing?" I was like, "Oh, you told her I'm coming." Like I was going to be like, "Oh yeah," I just surprised, yeah. So Emma was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I wasn't meant to." She goes, "You could just lie and say you're not coming, then turn up." I was like, "No, I'm not doing that. I can't be asked." Yeah, I can't be bothered. "Oh, sorry, Mum, I'm not coming anymore because I'm ill." I don't know. Like it'd be a shit reason. My hamster's uncle's in town. I got to pick him up from Waterloo. Anyway, so I was like, oh, "Okay, well that's fine." So I spoke to Mum yesterday and was like, "What are we doing for your birthday? Like I'm looking forward to seeing you." And she went, "Are you coming?" Like,
oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I thought you knew. No? Oh. All right. Well, Em told me she'd said, and you knew it. She goes, "No, I didn't. I thought you were asking about it. I didn't know you were coming." It's like, fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake.
So it's still intact. It was still intact, and I had no idea.
Oh.
You bleeding? You all right?
Yeah.
Ah, are you bleeding? Are you okay? Which one is it?
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Oh, bastard. What have you been doing to yourself?
I don't know. I just looked down and saw it. I don't know.
That's so weird when that happens. It's like your skin just gives up. Like, I can't be bothered anymore.
But it's me. I'm like for biting and chewing. I'm sat here and I'm like, have I been? Don't think I've been. But I'm not sure because I know what I'm like. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's always like they're always like really fucking painful out of nowhere, but you haven't done anything.
No. I don't know. My hands are fucking. The cold weather knackers my hands.
Oh, dude.
It dries out, and yeah.
Bad times. Thanks for showing us.
That's all right.
Look at me, leprosy. Look at me. Fucking stare to hands. Look at me. Fucking stare. Look at. I'm crippling. I'm crippling right now. What's been going on, you, my friend?
Not a fat lot. I've mostly been Rihanna, and I've been on earlies this week, so I've been pretty fucking tired.
Oh.
Yeah. Those 4 a.m. wake up calls never get easier. I hate them so much.
4 a.m.s or nights?
Oh, nights all day. I like working
Really?
nights. Yeah, I like working nights. Just perfect. I don't have to deal with management or idiots at work. I just come in, do my job, go home. I
Perfection.
literally can come home, take the kid to school, come back, get some sleep, pick her up. I get extra time with the kid. Like, it's just fucking.
That's not any good. That's not like fun.
Who wants to spend time with their kids?
Yeah, fuck that. With any child. No, I'm joking.
No, nights are just a winner for me. I much prefer working nights. Yeah.
Fair.
Much prefer working nights.
We've had some lovely memorabilia delivered.
We have had some lovely memorabilia delivered. We'll get those sent out to you very shortly, sir.
Yes, please. We've had some badges made, some stickers made, and we've got some brand new business cards. Yeah. For all of you that want to get interviewed by us live, you'll be getting a little bit of something. You get some badges, some stickers. Yeah, it's the best we can do. It's a little shitty party bag. Thanks for coming.
I feel like I need to go get some party bags now.
Absolutely.
Thank you. But yeah, obviously most of them Rihanna in. Obviously, it was Valentine's Day last week, so me and the wife went out for food. We went to an Indian restaurant we love. Oh, wow, beautiful food. And then we came back, chilled out, and we watched Venom 3. Realised we hadn't actually watched the third one yet. And it was pretty good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, of course.
I've not actually heard any feedback on this film, good or bad. Like, I've heard nothing. Like, it came out and then everyone just didn't talk about it. But yeah, it was good. It wasn't like mind blowing, but it was good. I enjoyed it. We also watched another film called The Gorge.
Okay.
It's on Apple TV. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller in it, and it's basically two people either side of a gorge. One's Russian and one's American, and then building this relationship from really far away, and then it turns into like monster film and sci-fi, and it's really fucking good. Like I knew nothing about it. Becky was like, "Do you want to watch this? It sounds all right." I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Really good. So I definitely recommend checking out The Gorge on Apple TV. What else have we done? We've done today's beautiful interview, and I have also had another accident with my hand. I burnt my thumb, and it really hurts.
How'd you manage that? What are you doing to yourself?
Basically, I was cooking steak. I put the steak in said pan, and then fat flew out, hit me right in the thumb, burnt it, blistered it, popped it all in about half a second. Like, there's a giant chunk of skin missing off my thumb. Like, that's mostly healed now compared to how it was. It was really bad. And it was like, the initial shock, I was, oh, I'm fine. And then about 5 minutes later, I was like, in so much pain.
Dude, they're the worst thing I've had with fat, with burnt, with that. Oh my God, I'm starting again. Like hot, greasy fat was, I was probably about 16, 17. I said, I went to Waitrose at the time. I was at a mate's house because his parents got away. So that's when back when I was drinking and partying and that sort of thing. And I went and we bought Waitrose burgers, but they were like double or quarter. They were huge pounders. They were huge fuckers, two of them, one each. And we were cooking them. But what had happened is there must have been a gap or some sort of little area where grease had gotten in and was living and it was just bubbling away. I obviously didn't know. Took one bite of said burger and it exploded all over my top lip, and my whole lip up here was just like, I was like, oh, amazing. Should I put like this?
Oh.
I had it was so swollen out. The pain was unreal. So I had to drink ice water for like hours.
Fuck. Yeah,
it's one of the worst burns ever, the whole top lip. Or when I worked at Spoons, the pizza oven went to 300 degrees. And I worked with this guy who was a fucking moron who basically had made a pizza and then left the tray where the cool trays were. So I went, awesome, I'm going to make a pizza, and full on grabbed it with my hand at 300 fucking degrees. Oh my God. Burns all the way across. I had to have my hand in ice water for hours.
Shit.
Whilst trying to wash up with one hand.
With the fucking tray.
I should have done, shouldn't I?
As if they still made you wash up.
Yeah, I said it worked the whole time.
Fucking hell, like, if you're in agony, your hand's on fire, they're still like, you've got one working hand. Come on, get a scrubbing, boy.
Horrendous. It was horrendous. I've known anything like the lip was worse.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's a whole big fucking grease at 220 degrees is all over your face. Pain. Nothing, anything like it. Nothing like it. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Anyway, yeah, I was just.
I hope your thumb's okay.
Thumb, it hurts. It's right on the bend. So every time I bend my finger, thumb it hurts. I just want sympathy. Anyway, what have you been doing? Have you injured yourself at all? No.
So I lost my head. So I've obviously been Rihanna as well. Obviously, I went to Kelly's on Saturday night, and on Sunday we went to Bird World. That was for like her birthday, like Valentine's Day type thing. So we went to Bird World, and oh my god, I have never ever heard penguins fucking so loudly in my entire life. The noise was just like, and then there was a pheasant which was doing a mating call, but it's all by itself. It was just really sad. It would go like, it would arch its neck up, then it would look up at the thing and go like, oh. That's what it did every time for fucking hours. You could hear it for miles down the road. But yeah, that was amazing. It was actually quite fascinating. Got to see a toucan in real life. Got to see flamingos in real life. But part of me was like, this is really nice, get to see this, that, and the other. But then another part of me was a bit like, but they're caged up. Like, it's a bit sad. Like, these birds from Malaysia. Oh, welcome to fucking Farnham. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're used to tropical climates and fucking beautiful trees and sunshine, and now you're in 2 degrees with pissing rain in fucking Farnham.
Yeah.
Like, I was just... I know there's a lot of endangered species there, and it's nice they look after them and keep them going, and, you know, that they don't lose them, etc. And that's cool. But I'm not a big fan of them just being caged up just for people's amusement to stare at. It's not a life.
I know. I've always been torn when it comes to zoos because it's fascinating to get to see these animals you're never going to see, but at the same time you're like, yeah, but they probably shouldn't really be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My god, vultures are fucking huge.
They're fucking scary, and
they're beastly. It was really kind of sad. It's like they fed them rats and chicks, and I was a bit like, oh, this is just a bit. Yeah. I know that's how the animal kingdom works, you know what I mean? But it was just very sad.
Yeah.
But just watching this vulture feast on a rat, I was like, I kept going in for more, like blood all over its beak and stuff, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
You really made me laugh. You sent me the picture of flamingos. I was like, fuck yeah, I love flamingos. And you're like, the toucan was like, fucking awesome. And then you're like, these penguins are fucking. I was like,
not doing it.
I'm kind of disappointed you didn't send me a video now. I know they're making noise.
Penguinality, is that what it is?
Totally, just get off.
There was a very, very funny moment, though, where we were walking back through and Kelly got shit on.
Oh, no.
And then, luckily it only like sprayed her boot, her leg, and then her bag. And she's like, for fuck's sake, of course it would happen to me. And I was like, should we maybe get out of the enclosure before you want to clean yourself up, just in case it happens again? But I've heard it's good luck. So
I've heard that before, yeah.
But yeah, we went to the pub with our mates on Saturday night for about an hour and a half. Fuck me, it was so cold though. I had my coffee. I got my latte. And just chilled out. And it was just fairly chill. It was quite nice. And then Monday, I think I literally watched AEW near enough all day.
Nice.
And then we were meant to do an interview, which sadly didn't take place. Will be taking place next week, which had been this week's edition. So yeah, we'll a bit of to and fro, and we'll get there in the end. But yeah, man, I've completed Resident Evil 3, the remastered version. So I've started Resident Evil 2. My fucking god, that game shits you up. Jesus Christ, the amount of times I've jumped out my fucking ass, it's just insane. Where zombies just appear out of nowhere, or they're like dead on the floor. Sometimes now I'm way more cautious, but before I was like, oh, they're dead, it's fine, la la la, then you hear, and then just get you like, fuck's sake! Or they smash through windows, or fall from the ceiling and stuff like that. You're just like, oh my god, my heart. There was one moment where it's like, he's talking to this police officer in the thing, and he just doesn't respond. I was like, oh god, no, I don't want to go back in that room.
You know what's coming.
It's like, fuck. But Resident Evil 3 Remake with Nemesis is fucking amazing. So good. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that game. So I can't believe I finished it so quick. I was like, oh,
I say when he said he started playing it a couple of weeks ago, didn't he?
you get a trophy for finishing it under 4 hours. I did it in 4 hours and 13 minutes. I was like, you bastard. Yeah, but I died about 10 times. It's not too bad.
No.
Not too bad at all. So I really enjoyed that. So yeah, what I'm going to do, Jamie, is I'm going to try and brave 8.
You're actually going to try again.
I'm going to try and brave it, yeah. I think if I can get into the swing of it. So Resident Evil 2, at the beginning I was like, oh, but then I got into the swing of it, and then it's just like, la la la, la 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 la, and it's like blowing zombies' heads off. So 8, I think I just need to get the game to get started and going, and then I think I'll be fine.
All the lights on. Watch it, play it in the daytime.
Masturbating, drinking all the lemonade, I don't know, eating my favourite biscuits, just like things that make me happy. Do you know what I mean? Tea, cereal.
Tea, cereal, and masturbating.
I'm
That can make a
masturbating.
man only happy.
AEW on the laptop, and I think I'll be fine. Fuck's sake. But yeah, so I think I'm going to try and be a big boy and put my Huggies on. I'm a big boy now. And then go for that. So, you know, the one I really used to do in my head was Fisher Price. Every time. As soon as I heard it, it never gets stuck in your head. Play, laugh, grow.
Play, laugh, grow.
Like, no, fuck off.
I couldn't think what it was, though.
Oh, so yeah, so I played a lot of Resident Evil. Been Rihanna in. I was trying to think if I've done anything else. I don't think so. I think that's literally it. Yeah. Oh, there was no rugby this weekend. No, it's on this weekend. It's Scotland, England on Saturday night.
Oh.
Bring it on. England haven't beaten us for 5 years straight. Just saying.
Don't get cocky. You know what happens.
I'm not getting cocky.
Have I got to root for England? Because then it'll make you win.
You root her the fuck you. You're English, mate. So this
Just
one you
stay out of it.
I think just sit the fuck out of my sport, thanks. I'm not having you anywhere fucking near it.
I just jinx everything the opposite direction, no matter what I try and do.
Which got a bit. So what I'm going to try and do is go up to work on Saturday and be like, yeah. So I love you all so much, and like I'm so happy I've lost all my piercings now. I had to cover my tattoos up thanks to you. Can I leave early on Saturday?
Start feigning a cough. Oh, I really don't feel well. I'm gonna have to.
I've lost my legs. Just crawl across the floor. See my legs trying behind me. I need to go home. I've lost my legs.
I've lost all feeling in them. They don't work anymore.
So yeah, I don't think there's any. There is a big. This just really made me laugh because how fucking dumb can you be? Welcome to Trump's America. Joe Burrow, who plays for the Cincinnati Bengals, had his house robbed while he was playing a game in the NFL season last year. The robbers decided it'd be a really fucking good idea to put all of his jewelry on and take loads of photos and put TikToks up. And the police went, thank you so much.
Oh, fuck.
And they all got arrested. How stupid do you have to be? That's the dumbest thing. Yeah, I got all this swag on, mate. Look at Joe Burrow's name, mate. Fucking. Oh, bollocks, been arrested. Twats.
Oh, we're living in a world of stupid people.
Yep.
Let's move on before we cry.
Look.
But not all of you.
No. I need to watch Daddy still. That's what I really need to do.
Yeah, same actually.
Still.
Hang on. We're all caught up, my friend.
Go on, Brayden.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brayden from Say We Can Fly. Just letting you know, got a brand new merch store out there.
Please let me say the link. Let me say the link, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, you can say the link.
Yes,
all right.
Okay.
So the link for the shop.
So the link for the shop is www.saywecanfly.shop.
All right, good job, Seamus. So www.saywecanfly.shop, 10% off if you use the code.
Let me say the code. Let me say the code, please.
Okay, fine. You can say the code. If you use the code.
The code is The Chronicles.
What? No, it's not.
The Chronicles.
No, it's not. It's The Chronicles, Seamus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The Chronicles at checkout, all right? You get 10% off.
10% off?
Yes, they know, Seamus. Okay?
I'm just trying to help, all right?
Visit www.saywecanfly.shop and use code The Chronicles for 10% off your order. Available at participating Say We Can Fly restaurants and web stores. Some restrictions may apply, but probably not.
It's Tab Tub's journal. and welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. Another dish. Talking of Resident Evil, Jamie, every Resident Evil scientist's memo, page 1. I crossbred a silverback gorilla with a praying mantis, then gave it AK-47s for arms. Bob has been poking it with a stick, non-stop for 80 hours now. Hopefully, it doesn't escape. Next page. It escaped. It's so true. And then you've got to fight the fucking thing. And it's so fucking massive, it just rips you apart in seconds. You're like, awesome!
That's what makes me laugh at those games. Like, you're 8 games in now. Surely these scientists should have realised they just need to leave things the fuck alone.
And now comes the barrel scraper.
Oh, God.
Son, holding an acorn. Dad, what's this? Me, it's a tree. Son, really? Me, in a nutshell, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That didn't scrape the bottom of the barrel. That scraped the underneath of the barrel.
You love a dad
Jesus
joke, so fuck
Christ.
off. You asked everyone to make me laugh at dad jokes last week.
To be fair, yeah, I did kind of deserve that, didn't I?
This is one of the greatest sentences I've ever read in my life. Tom Brady poked fun at Travis Kelce after the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. So Jason Kelce, Travis's older brother, went, we're not having this. Tom Brady roasts Travis Kelce over Super Bowl focus, suggesting if he'd had focused on football instead of Taylor Swift, the Chiefs would have their three-peat right now. Jason Kelce hit back with, I love Brady, but if he'd have focused more on his wife more, he'd have a wife right now.
Oh, bravo. Fucking...
Elite level shithousery. I love it so much.
Oh, do not come for that man and his family. Fair
that was gorgeous. That was just gorgeous. I do love Jason Kelce. The reason why I love Jason Kelce is because last season he went to the Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs game in the Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, in the championship game, half dressed in minus fucking 20, 30 degrees. He jumped out of the window of the box with the fans and started necking beer. just fucking let it. Oh, it was so funny. And they jumped back in again and his mum's there going, for fuck's sake. Anyway, Ryder, you're going too fast. Listen to me. Horse, no, I got this. Ryder, you don't even know where you're going. Horse, I'm going fast.
That probably is what the conversation will be like, to be fair, yeah.
Pretty much. I'm so gutted you sent me this, Wex one. I'm so gutted because I was so excited when Jude shared it. I was like, oh, thank you.
I didn't see Jude shared it. I saw it somewhere else.
Yeah, I got it off Jude. But talking of the Super Bowl again, me, the Eagles won last night. Co-worker, oh sweet, did you watch the game? Me, covered in blood and scratches. What game?
It's still funny the second time round. I saw it and I was like, that is the most perfect thing for Tom's journal, but I can't send it him because the whole point is the element of surprise.
The whole point is just for your reaction makes it better. Yeah. Yes, because obviously if you know what's coming, you'd be like, oh yeah, you sent me that.
But yeah, it is gold. It still gets a laugh because that is gold.
It is utter gold. Most people think that T-Rexes can't clap because they have really short arms, but really it's because they're dead.
For fuck's sake. That's so fucking stupid.
Oh, good. I love shit like that, though. But genuinely, my life actually changed forever when I found out that the word slang is actually slang for shortened language. Which blew my mind.
Is that true?
Yes.
Huh. That does kind of make sense, actually.
S, shortened language.
That's really clever. And I feel really stupid for never thinking of that.
Me. Give me your tenderest of loins. Butcher, that's not. No, look, please don't order it that way. Oh, so good.
There's got to be some twat that's done something like that in the past. God.
I did it to one of the girls at work. She's called Megan, and she was just doing something. And I just ran over to her. I put my hand out and went, Magania. And she absolutely loved it. I don't know why I did it. It was just.
It's one of those impulse moments. You just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. But I put my arm on her hand on her shoulder and made her look out and went, Magania. Anyway. And she went, you'll forever call me that from now on. I was like, okay. Jamie, imagine getting kidnapped with a stuffy nose and they tape your mouth up.
Oh no! Why is that more horrifying than being kidnapped?
I don't know.
My head instantly went, "Oh no," because you won't be able to breathe. Not, "Oh no, I've been kidnapped." Oh no.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
Yeah, I'd be fucked. My nose feels like it's permanently blocked. I would be fucked.
You'd panic to fuck, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Are you panicking because you've been kidnapped? No, it's because I can't breathe. I've got sinus issues.
I can't breathe out my ears.
Could you at least poke little holes to help me out here?
Anyway, and finally, what old person thing do you do? I ask why them kids ain't in school whenever I see kids in the daytime.
I do that.
So do I.
Working, there's kids right around the hostel at night time. I go, they should be in bed at this time. What's going on?
I'm walking through town and it's like midday, and I go, school on today now.
Oh, this episode has proved that we are fucking gold.
Mate, it's just the way we are.
Yeah.
We're just so Bruno Mars.
Cynical old bastards now. It's fine.
Did you? Oh, I thought that was good. Never mind.
I just got it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's all right. I thought just going off of the songs again just to make it funnier.
That was on me because that was gold. Now I've clicked onto what you meant. That was really good. That's
But that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
fucking beautiful as always, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Mr. Stevens, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Stevens.
Ah, Spice Girls.
Yeah. What's wrong with the Spice Girls?
I didn't say anything was wrong with them, mate.
It's alright.
Because Jamie is wide open under the sunlight. Jamie's here today to participate.
That was good. That was good. So it's time to participate with me. Participate with me. Participate with me.
As Jamie is wide open. Now participate. Motherfucker, participate, bitch.
Oh, that was beautiful.
No, thank you.
These are getting really weirdly sexual about me every week. I'm wide open this week. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
lift you up and down a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
What was last week?
Yeah. Accidentally trying to kill your fucking nan.
Well, other than that, yeah.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, that was it.
You're halfway there.
That was it.
I'm so fucking sorry about that.
It was funny. It's fine. Anyway.
Kill me now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge. This week, I said, they say the 90s was the greatest era for music. So with that in mind, this week we're asking, what's the first song that comes into your mind when you think of 90s music? What say you, Mr. Stevens?
Mate, there's so much gold from that era.
Right?
I don't know who it's by or what the song's called, but there was that I wish I could have been a bit taller. I wish I was a baller. If I had a girl with that, I would call her. Listen, rabbit in a hat. Yes, like tune, utter tune. Anything by Backstreet Boys. Dude, there's so much.
This is why I didn't want to say what's your favourite song from the 90s, because I knew there'd be lists. So I was like, what's the first song that comes to your head?
The first song that comes into my head is On a Rope by Rocket from the Crypt.
What a tune. I haven't heard that in years.
1997, I think that came out, or 96.
Oh, what a tune. Oh, little memory unlocked there. That was great.
There you go.
Wait, I remember back many years ago, right, 2005-ish, I was with a girl called Sophie, and my mom's ex-boyfriend always used to sing on her. He always used to go, "It's so on a rope, it's so on a rope, on a rope." It's like a little memory for me there.
Oh, there you go. I mean, that's very poor and awful, but yeah.
It was a pretty bad pun, but I liked it. It was good. For me personally, I don't know why, you say to me the 90s, and my head instantly goes to Place Your Hands by Reef.
Tune.
It's just the ultimate 90s summer happy song for me. Like, oh, it just makes me feel good times are coming if I hear that song. Absolute tune.
I know her voice. You can go there as I know you can go there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. He's up there. I'd add his name to the list, but I don't know what the fuck his name is. Guy from Reef. There we go. Anyway, let's get some audience answers. Our good friend Matthew Neal, Aerosmith's song Pink. I absolutely adored the music video. It's a great song. No one talked about that song. Harley from Fundamentals podcast. He says, I've been on a Pearl Jam kick recently.
There you
so
go.
I'd say Even Flow or Alive, two superb songs. Wish we knew what the words were.
Other than Alive.
Yeah.
And here I am alive. Oh, he's alive. He's alive.
He's out.
Did Higher come first or did Alive come after? Who knows?
We got at Well Tis Yourself says, has to be Mr. Vane. Reminds me of teen discos.
Oh.
Call me Mr. Lover. Call me Mr. Vane. Fuck. Some of these songs I forgot all about until I was reading these. Che Kane says Poison by the Prodigy. Great song. Dino Maguire. Rhythm is a dancer. What a tune.
I can't. There's personal reasons why I fucking hate that song.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it after.
Okay. Chris Wallace, Midlife Crisis by Faith No More. Great song, but not one I'd go 90s. Like,
that's Chris for you, mate. Leave him alone.
I like it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Lou Wakefield, Pretty Fly for a White Girl by The Offspring. Yeah, 100%. I still remember getting that on cassette single. Saskia Turner Edwards gives us a classic as well, Park Life by Blur. Again, 90s Britpop, just happy times. So many great songs. Beth Adair. DJ Luck and MC need a little bit of luck. Isn't that the one where everyone started calling people Trudy Knight?
Yes.
Yes, I thought it was. We need to be of luck. Kelly Cleaton, When the Lights Go Out by Five. Oh, what a fucking song. No one talked about Five enough. Michael Harder. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? I always forget that's in 90s. Like, I always feel like it's later than that, but obviously it's not. Nina Hewitson, Spice Girls, Wannabe, of course. I was actually surprised that didn't come soon. Tony Gaskin, Two Are the Common People by The Pulp.
By Pulp, not The Pulp.
Did I say The Pulp?
Who's The Pulp?
I don't know, tribute band.
Fuck's sake, man.
I said it wrong. Fuck off. Or Smells Like Teen Spirit by the Nirvana.
Fuck off. Dickhead. I want to live with common people, ain't you? That's Britpop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of a whiny voice, isn't it?
We'd love Jarvis Cocker on the show. That'd be amazing.
I'll give you a few more. Martin Skerritt. If this is the first song you think of when it comes to the 90s, part of me understands, but part of me feels sorry for your psyche. Barbie Girl by Aqua. Fuck, that song's still annoying to this day.
Was that 90s? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I remember that coming out. I think it was like year 6 or something like that. Terrible. Right, 2 more. Amy Davis is giving me an absolute tune that gives me horrible memories of my youth, but also beautiful ones. And that's Umbot by Hanson. Just fucking love a bit of Hanson. I got bullied relentlessly because of that band, but they were great. It's fine. And last but not least, Abby Lloyd. No, 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 there's no limit. Into Unlimited. Did they have any other songs?
I don't know.
I think a lot of these bands that just had one song.
Why asking me?
I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know.
Mate, there's Gangster's Paradise. Otherwise, that didn't come up.
Yeah, there's loads. I was quite surprised didn't come up as like first songs you think of. Like only one person said Spice Girls. Expected more. No Backstreet Boys. Like no Boyzone. It was like loads. No Take That. Loads missing.
It's too much. It really was. It really was. I might have to go back and listen to some dance music or something from there now.
That's the thing as well. That's what I love about the 90s music is it wasn't just one genre. Like 90s rock was incredible. 90s dance, 90s pop. Like everything was fucking superb. Oh, we need all that music back.
Anyway, yeah. Well, thank you to everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge. We massively appreciate it, as always, on the weekly. So thank you very much. Can you believe there's 160 editions now? Like, of us just gassing on about bollocks. It's absolutely insane, man. It blows my mind every single time. We're just under a year away from 200.
Yep.
That could be the end of this year.
That is mad, actually, when you think about it. Yeah.
It's huge, man. Absolutely huge. But to thank you to absolutely everyone that participated. If you enjoyed Jamie's participation as Tom's John or Callum's Treachings, the interview with the let him carry on. Then you enjoy the other 159 editions of the Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from, be Spotify, Google, Apple, etc. and etc. The main 2 places we'd like to come is all social media at TCO Pod. LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Chronicles of Podcast at TCO Pod, wherever you'd like to, use your socials, or on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when new videos are released, and comment to your heart's content. That's all social media at TCO Pod, and subscribe on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Jamie wants something he's got to say.
I do indeed. Before we get out of here, I need to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends. Every single piece of music you heard on today's edition was brought to you by the wonderful singer-songwriter Matt Roberts. Go check him out. All social medias at Matt Roberts Music. Give him a follow on Spotify or wherever you listen to music and go listen to his beautiful songs. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his Say We Can Fly shop. Head on over to saywecanfly.shop. See what you like the look of. It'll be apparel, signed lyrics, CDs, whatever it may be. Add it into your basket, enter that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off your order. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation because they're stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere, and I mean everywhere. This is not a UK issue. This is a global issue where people of the alternative community are being treated differently, hated upon, simply because their way they are choosing to represent themselves out in the world. Everyone should feel the freedom to go out and look how they want to look and express themselves. You're not hurting anyone. You're simply expressing yourself. Everyone should have that freedom, and we need to support them to support you. So head on over to sophielancasterfoundation.com, share that message out with the world, and see what you can do to help. And last but not least, this massive thank you to this handsome bastard right there. Bastard.
How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. Hope you enjoyed the 160th edition. Hope you enjoyed the Acid Age interview with those crazy Irish bastards.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, another wonderful edition in the bag, Jamie.
Another wonderful edition indeed, my friend.
We absolutely love it. Let's try this again, shall we? As for this week, we'll see you all next week for the Chronicles of Nate Bergman.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta!